welcome to the Free Cheese episode 257. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Matt Zellner.
Hello.
Ben Barris.
Duh.
And the birthday boy himself, Marc Augustiniak.
Hey.
The Free Cheese, the weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Did I say hello or did I say alola? You get it?
Is this some fucking Splatoon shit?
Nah, dude. It's about to get way worse than you thought it was with
Why?
Splatoon.
What happened?
Wait, are you saying goodbye?
I'm saying alola.
Alola. Oh.
What's a fucking Alola?
You'll find out soon enough.
Got it.
Marc, happy birthday. How was your...
To that, I've made a dick and balls between my water bottle and Hattie Bow can.
He did.
It's pretty.
It's a sturdy dong right there.
How was your trip?
It was good.
How was your birth?
Pretty wet.
Oh.
Nice.
Because of the rain.
Oh.
No, but yes, traveled up to Williamsburg.
Up or down?
Down? I don't know
Williamsburg's
geography, man. I just,
Virginia's down.
Williamsburg.
Is it
Virginia's
down?
down.
Is it down?
Is it in
Virginia's
Virginia?
Everything to me
Virginia's
far away
down.
is just up.
I just thought everything Berg was in Pennsylvania.
Me too. That's what
Like
threw me off.
Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Is it
Williamsburg,
Pennsylvania? I don't know.
maybe?
No,
I'm assuming it's
Slayersburg.
Virginia, right?
Will-
which cars?
Williamsburg,
Yeah, you went
Virginia.
down.
Yeah.
All right.
More
Down.
west, but down.
Yeah. So it's about a 3.5 ride.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Bush
Uh,
is the parent company of Keystone Light.
Oh.
Did you
my
happen to
God.
have any Keystone Light this weekend?
I did not. Dang.
Ben, did you happen to have any Keystone Light this weekend?
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Dang.
I just had summer shandies.
All right, that's not bad.
Yeah.
The Ligon Kugel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kugel?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Started with a water park, Water Country, USA.
Is that...
Was that the rain or
Yeah.
the actual park?
That was actually Friday. Beautiful,
Nice.
perfect weather for it. It wasn't.
It was good on Friday.
wasn't, like-
I think, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't too hot, but it's just warm enough. But the sidewalk was still. I mean, the concrete was still pretty hot on my feet.
Yeah.
But I got free cake.
That's pretty good.
Like after Lady carded me for the beer, because
Oh,
everywhere in
nice.
Virginia they serve beer everywhere. Every
Nice.
Wawa, everywhere.
Dude, it's probably one of the best things about Virginia.
Yeah.
You will
It's like
never
Tennessee,
be dry
man.
on beer.
Best Walmart
Yeah.
ever. Walk in, fucking beer aisle.
Dude, 'cause,
Walmart.
like,
Perfect.
Driving
Yes.
up there, I made it with no gas left. And I was like, I need a gas station. And found
Yeah.
Wawa. I was like, all right. Went in, got food. And I was like, getting beer.
Yep.
Fuck it.
Silver bullet. No way.
That was Thursday night into Friday.
Oh, word.
Yeah, because I got there at pretty late, like 11 o'clock at night or something. Hotels was really nice. It's definitely a nice change of pace from Magfest Hotel. Shenanigans. I actually got to sleep on a bed for once.
Wow.
Usually I just sleep on the floor. Like-
Would you take a big group?
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, no, it was just me and 3 other friends.
Nice.
Charlie, Joe, and Daniel.
Nice.
And so I went to Water Country. But the funny thing there, around the time when I got my cake and everything for free, there was this people filming like a commercial or something. I'm not sure of, because 2 times we saw this lady in yellow swimsuit, and she was just getting out of a water slide area or whatever. She didn't actually do it, but she or maybe she did do it. I don't know. But we catch her getting out of it and kind of fist pumping in the air or whatever.
She's stoked.
And I guess I'm probably gonna butcher this. I even asked how she said it. One of her lines apparently was my I can feel my swimsuit inside of me, or it's inside of me. Something along those lines.
I'm so rock solid right now.
It's just I just don't know. I don't know what their approach was with this commercial. If there was like an Adult Swim type of humor.
Wait, this is a commercial?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you witnessed this from a human woman.
Yeah, I did.
That's what he's saying.
Wait,
This
they
is
were
what?
filming the commercial.
They were filming the commercial.
Oh!
And the lady in the swimsuit said this line to the camera,
Nice.
and then fist pumped both hands afterwards.
Maybe it was a Keystone Light commercial.
It's like, I can feel it inside of me.
Maybe it was an Ocean City H2O commercial.
Ooh, man.
I don't know.
I don't
But
know about
Bubble
that.
party.
when we first noticed her, it was this one, basically almost a drop tower, but just a water slide form. They put you in a capsule and, ask if you're ready. And like first, I just want I did that.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, I need a verbal confirmation." I was like,
So you flipped him
okay.
off.
Yeah. And then but Charlie didn't need a verbal confirmation. He just did thumbs up, and it was
How
fine.
is throwing up a hang loose not a verbal confirmation?
He's like, wait, sir, wait.
And there's also cameras, so people down who don't want to get on can watch these people get dropped. Because you get into a capsule, you pull a lever,
I've seen shit
drop
like
through.
that.
So like you have to keep your legs crossed and your hands like this. But when they dropped me, my legs came uncrossed for a second. I was like, oh shit! And I gotta like put it back together. And then like the brakes of the water stopping you.
Yeah.
It's like somebody punched me in my right butt cheek like 50
Yeah.
times in a row. It was just
You ever go swimming at a dam?
damn.
At a dam.
Have not in a while.
We
I still have the bruise on my
we
butt.
visited. I'll use that word. We visited a dam,
Oh, you went there when you weren't supposed to be. Okay.
and you
You
don't
know
want
a
to.
little wink there
No, I don't know.
for the viewer
No,
or listener. I mean,
there's you had to walk like a mile.
audio podcast. Yeah.
You walk a mile through the woods, and then you reach this dam, and you jump into the water above the dam, and then you approach the dam, and then you kind of just ride the dam down.
It's just a goddamn.
You're like, goddamn it. That's what
But you cannot go down it without shoes because you will cut your feet up. It's just nothing but like,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you ride down it kind of like on your butt, and then at the very bottom, you have to jut your feet out like, woo, like, you know, backwards Superman shit. Otherwise, if you don't, like, you'll just eat shit at the bottom. It's very, yeah, but
Insane.
it's fun.
You in the woods, man.
Dude, the woods are great.
Well, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of our feet got like cut up and blistered from walking around in the hot
Yeah.
concrete and all that. Rest of the weekend was just rain.
Did you still go on rides? Was there stuff you could
We
do?
still like walked around the park and stuff, like outside of Pokemon Go reasons.
Yeah.
'Cause there was also a raid that weekend.
Oh,
So we were like in this historic town, and we didn't have no umbrellas, no ponchos or anything, so we had to buy it there.
Shit.
And got
You
a
didn't
couple.
save your one from that drunk day we went to? The trash bag we got from 98 Rock?
I don't think I ever got one.
Oh, right. Because it drizzled for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I had
Stop,
my
dude.
I had my douchebag sleeveless hoodie.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like that was okay, I guess. You know, it was historic. It was alright. Got a couple Zapdos.
Nice.
Then after that, I was like, yeah, fuck it. And then we decided to get our passes at the Busch Gardens, and it was very rainy and wet, and just walked around, got some food, watched some Italian show. Yeah,
I'm going to let that one hang. Keep going.
it was just musical.
I don't want to know anymore. No,
Okay.
just let it stay
All right,
as
let
it
it
was.
go. But when it wasn't raining, roller coasters at night is the best thing.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Night rides are the best.
I did the Great Bear at Hershey Park.
Okay.
That's
Park.
my
Done
favorite.
that one at
That's
night
my
as
favorite.
well.
Yeah.
That's my
That's
favorite
pretty
one there at Hershey. But my favorite at Busch is the Griffin.
The Griffin.
10 seats wide,
All right.
3
Oh
rows.
yeah. I have been to Busch Gardens lately.
And if you're in the front row, you know, you do the incline and all that crap. Once you're hanging at the top, they stop you right there. And the front row is just looking down.
Nice.
You can just see everybody.
Nice.
When we're
Oh, fuck no.
when we're watching the coaster, we're just waving like, hey! And then they're falling, we're like, bye!
And that coaster does something even weirder because it's like on a 90-degree angle, but it inverts in somewhat
A little bit.
weirdly.
A
Yeah,
little bit.
it's intense.
I'm
I
about
remember
to
that
throw
roller
up.
coaster.
And
Think
then,
about that.
and I'm on the very, very end of it.
Great.
And so I don't feel like I'm just going to hit everything. There's a part where it does like twists and loops, and there's a part where like the back of it kind of uses the water to like slow itself down on a turn. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
And then it's really short, but really fun. That was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, that incline. Dope.
Love it. Yeah, and then like when we went there today, because it was the last day, we just did a VR ride because it was broken last night, and then that can cause a little nausea.
Well, Beachhead 3000.
Like they use Vives.
Oh, weird.
That's wild.
Yeah, so like you wear this weird like plastic thing where you just look like a dumb like LARPing knight. Just all you have is a helmet, and you just sit in these rows. You attach the Vive, and then yeah, it's like a 3-minute ride. Because any longer, you'd probably start throwing up.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, it's about 3 minutes. Yeah, just riding the dragon for a bit, fighting a cyclops.
I get it.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty good time.
Matt, Ben, you have a good week since we last convened. Eh?
What am I
Sure.
going to kill myself with this week? Said the man next to me at the liquor store as he picked up a Coors Light 6-pack.
What a dude. You know?
God, every Sunday I go into that liquor store, man. Just an adventure.
It's great. I don't
Always,
miss it.
never a dull moment in there.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of... There's times where I just want to put my head down, walk in, walk out, but man, sometimes you just got to keep your head up just
man.
a little bit and
Did
get
you
all the good shit.
happen to see a kid just stop in front of you and kind of do a floss dance for a little bit?
Oh, no, but
I saw
damn
that.
it, I wish, man.
Wanted to throw him off the bridge.
Did he
I'm
also
going to be
vape?
fucking doing it in my seat again this week.
I'm not sure if his parents would let him vape at like 6 years old, but
Yeah, but when you're that kind of a badass, you don't care about what people
That's
let
true.
you do.
that's really true.
He's not just a badass, he's a band, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Ben, you do any flossing this week?
Nah, I mean, went to that concert
joining
last
me
night.
right now,
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty much
Who'd you see?
chill. The Demolition Hammer. Yeah, it was great.
Sylvester
Badass.
Stallone?
Old school.
Did you
yes,
floss
no.
during the show?
Absolutely not.
It's called moshing. They don't call it that.
But I mean, the best part about it was they had that Annabelle Lee white beer, man.
Oh, that is a
Fucking
good
on
beer.
tap.
Yeah.
It's probably my
Ooh,
favorite
that's
one
tough
of
to
the Poe, Edgar Allan Poe line. I
Oh,
think.
I remember now.
Is it the one I bought the other day? I don't remember which one I got.
Nah, you got the Pilsner. I think.
Whatever one I
Pendulum
texted
Pilsner?
you. Yep, that's the one I got.
Yeah, it's good too. I mean, they're all fucking
They're all
good,
good.
man.
They're all very good.
Fucking delicioso.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
nice. Well,
How was your weekend?
oh, pretty dope. I got a new bed
Oh yeah.
Frame.
frame.
I was about to say,
Yeah, I still got the same mattress, but we got a new bed frame. And it's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so I had to sit at home yesterday and just wait on that to be delivered because there was like a window, but you know how the window goes, and then it was raining. I'm kind of like, but all good. Hung out.
Have you banged
Got
your
the-
shins on it?
No,
I do that with mine.
it's good. It's
How do you
comfy.
bang your shins? Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
On the
Maybe-
bed frame.
If it's shin
It's
high,
low. A low bed frame.
if it's shin height,
What, you just walk into it?
Well, because like the covers kind of hide the edges of it.
Oh.
So like as I'm like getting into the bed, sometimes I just like nick
okay.
it, and it's like
Oh,
had
I
a low
got
bed
you.
frame in college, yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Couple
yeah.
bruises on the shins throughout the years.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Decent
Yeah, I
weekend.
Beds are fucking dope.
Beds are fucking.
Yeah,
they
man.
are.
I spent all
miss
day
mine.
today in the bed. Like we ran around grocery shopping and going to the flea market, and then came home from that. And then it was like, well, what are we? Well, let's just watch a movie in bed.
I hate that.
Yeah, in bed.
No, normally,
I hate that. Dude.
normally,
I hate that.
normally I do, but today it was nice. I took a beer up to bed at like 2
Oh, yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
Just brought my DS
like
with
that.
me, and I
I
was
like
laying in
that.
bed watching some dumb movie.
I fell asleep
sipping a
watching
beer.
Kindergarten Cop
I mean,
last night.
Dude!
That's a fucking dope movie.
most good
By
days
Fierret.
begin or end with sleeping in Kindergarten Cop. So you had a good fucking weekend.
That's fucking dope.
Didn't kids floss in that movie?
No. They just fucking ran from that weird guy with the ponytail.
They're probably now the grandfathers or fathers of kids who do floss.
Yeah.
There's kids in that.
So
movie.
I have floss dancing.
It's that backpack.
I know what it is. I know what it is. What did that come from?
I
That
don't know.
backpack kid.
Oh, he just did it.
It
For some
so it
reason.
came from a meme.
That Katy Perry thing.
What Katy Perry thing?
She did. Was it a live performance at SNL?
Oh,
of
is that
her
the
bad-
fucking America's Got Talent?
No. It was. She was on
SNL, Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I thought because she's on America's Got Talent too, right?
Who knows?
No,
This
she's
was
not.
like-
She's
like
on one of those shows. She's
She
on
could
one
have
of
been. She could have been a guest judge at some
She's
point.
probably
for-
on all of them.
She hasn't been on
About a
America's
year
Got
ago,
Talent.
she debuted her new song "Tisket Tasket, Fuck You in a Basket" on
Firework.
on
somewhere in
SNL.
there.
And this little boy came out and he had a fucking backpack and he did this stupid ass dance. And then he blew up. Everybody was like, the backpack kid, the backpack. And they interviewed him and they said, kid, what are you carrying around in your backpack? And he went, well, I carry about 3 or 4 fidget spinners, a bottle for bottle flips. Like, he had all of the fucking memes in his
Adderall.
shitty little, yeah, of course.
I just want to say we're about like 14 minutes in probably. And
Yeah.
Matt is still flossing ever since I brought it up.
Jesus Christ! Because we were watching that Instant Regret playlist like every night,
Hell yeah.
and Faith is like, "What is that fucking dance called?" I'm like, "I think it's called floss."
Tell her to tune into the
She's like,
Free
"That's so
Cheese episode
stupid."
257.
Oh
and you'll
my
hear the
God.
creaking in the chair.
Did you guys see that, any of the Comic-Con stuff that rolled out?
Oh yes.
Yeah?
No.
What piqued your fans?
Obviously Godzilla.
I didn't watch that one. I forgot.
That's fine.
I heard about it.
Aside from that, Young Justice
Dude.
and Shazam.
So the Young Justice stuff didn't impress me though. Like I'm stoked for it
I
to
think
come
they
back.
showed too
but
much because I couldn't tell if did they show anything from season 2 or was that all new?
The first like 2.5 minutes of that trailer were like, "Hey, here's the last episode of season 2,"
Okay.
and the back half of it was all, "Here's what's to come," but it was all scatterbrained and
I thought the animation of the fighting was pretty good.
looked solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually what I look for.
Shazam though. Shazam looks like
This is what DC needed.
yeah. It's like Deadpool but not Deadpool. It's got that.
It's just more lively.
It does what I mean. Like, but
We have a happy character.
Yeah,
in
and the
cast.
character is
It's just a kid who flosses.
So, me and Joe work at a very negative DC movie place. I will say this weekend I worked and I heard good buzz about that trailer. I've
About
still yet to
Shazam.
see it. Yeah,
Shazam.
Shazam.
You know why?
DC?
Because Marvel wasn't even there this year.
yeah.
Yeah,
Marvel didn't have dick. The Shazam trailer.
I
Looks
still have not
dope.
watched it myself though.
The Aquaman trailer.
Well, we all kind of had a feeling.
It felt generic. Yeah. I like it, but at the same time, I feel like I know what I'm going to expect going into this.
It seems like a lot is going on. Like they've got
Yeah. It's
Ocean
impressive.
Master and Black Manta and this and it's a
Can
lot
he
of
just be
stuff.
Khal Drogo forever? Like, is that?
I'm
I'm down, man.
down with him being Aquaman. It's
I
just
would
like
laugh
this
if
was.
he shaved and just had his like Arthur Curry like little
Yeah.
blonde comb over,
That's a
I don't
big
know.
dude.
shake his butt everywhere.
I mean, I'm excited for Aquaman, but that didn't do
Yeah.
much for me.
Yeah, Godzilla didn't reveal a lot, but it definitely set the stage.
John
So,
Goodman in it.
No, unless he's disguised as Millie Bobby Brown.
Could be.
Wait, is this an anime?
Nah.
No,
Because there's that anime that came out on Netflix.
there
right?
is. This is Legendaries. Like this is American Godzilla. It's a sequel to the one from like 2014.
Because they're
That's part
building
of the
towards that.
Yeah, that universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like fighting all these, and then it's supposed to lead to a Godzilla versus King Kong. So Kong Skull Island is a part of that too.
Dude, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, Kong actually wasn't that bad of a movie.
No,
too.
Kong's
I saw
pretty good.
Kong, yeah.
Kong was good.
Was that the Peter Jackson Kong?
No.
No.
Th-
I thought
this-
that was good as fuck.
That one is good, but this one was like maybe a year or two ago.
Oh,
They did-
never mind, I remember
they
that.
did
I remember
There's
that.
only
2014.
Samuel L. Jackson in
It-
it,
it-
just
I remember
yelling
that.
about snakes on a plane.
Wait, Tom Hiddleston's in it, Brie Larson, John C. Riley.
I forgot Brie Larson was in it. Yeah,
John
that's right.
Goodman.
John Goodman, yeah.
It takes place in like the 70s, so it's
Yeah.
like a period piece.
Yeah. There was the 2014 Godzilla with Elizabeth Olsen and Kick-Ass. I don't forget
Yeah,
his fucking
Aaron
name.
Johnson.
Yeah, that one.
And then
Walter White, right?
The best role in that was Bryan Cranston's.
Yeah,
Bryan
Walter.
Cranston. And if you've seen the Bonesaw Jack and Daxter run, that is very spoiled for you. So heads up if you watch a Bonesaw Jack and Daxter run before watching Godzilla.
Yeah. I don't remember what else I caught out of there.
Caught? Like Pokemon?
We'll get there. We'll get there, Alola.
They aired.
Yeah.
No, that was it basically. Just they aired the new Turtles.
Oh,
Mhm.
the little
The Rise of the TMNT, whatever. It's a new Nickelodeon cartoon. It's all like
The
2D
fuck kind of
animated.
Tomb Raider game
is that the one with that art style that everyone that one?
I mean,
The one where they're like weird looking.
they are weird looking.
All right.
We're like Raph's the leader now,
Yeah.
but after watching it, like the still images wasn't a good reveal. But
Yeah.
once you see it in motion, it's pretty good.
All right.
I'm impressed.
I thought that was out already, but it's got a good voice cast. That's the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
I was watching the Walking Dead trailer from
Oh, I tried.
Yeah.
Comic-Con,
Is
and
season
I was-
9? Is that what we
I
on now?
think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Andrew
Man.
Lincoln's last, probably.
I think because there's that rumor that he's gonna get killed off, and I just love it when people die. So like, I don't give a fuck, especially when it's like Walking Dead, man. Like,
That's all you can expect. That's all. It's like Game of Thrones. You get so spoiled with it. You're just
That's what
like,
I'm
all right,
saying.
who's next? I'm not attached to anyone anymore.
Yeah,
because
Game of
you're
Thrones-
just gonna die.
Game of Thrones did it well too. But and I was talking to Faith because when I was telling her when like the show wasn't even out yet, and we went to Baltimore Comic-Con,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there was like, oh, I think it's gonna be a show on AMC now, blah blah. And it was like in the comics, it was right when, I think it was right when they get to Alexandria. That's where it
The
was
Negan, isn't it?
comic wise.
Something around that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember because I haven't even read up. I was still in the prison at that moment,
man.
and I remember you told me he's like, dude, he's
That's
probably
such
gonna
a-
spoil it, but it's fucking Robert Kirkman. I don't care. Like,
Such a good arc.
yeah. So yeah, it's good shit.
Oh man.
Good times.
Well, aside from Comic-Con and birthdays and rain and fun and Slayer and you guys play any video games?
Sure did.
Yeah, Mark, what'd you get into over this birthday week?
Got some.
You just closed out of one, didn't you?
I did. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Or we can start with it. I already talked about it earlier. So, Pokemon Go.
Oh man, we're doing this.
I play Pokemon Go every day.
God damn it.
Keep flossing.
I gotcha.
Okay. So yeah,
Try to floss.
been getting a little more into that lately.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think we all can say that, except Ben.
Sorry.
All right. First question: Did you try it ever?
Oh no, I loved it.
All right.
No, I hate doing anything on my
Yeah.
phone other than going on Reddit,
I get
checking my
that.
email and texting.
I get
Like
that.
I can show you right now. I have like apps and games out of my dick, and like I barely play them. Like
Can I have your blessing at least? And I'm wearing a Rocky uniform.
no, it's fucking dope.
I feel like
I
just feel like I feel like I need an official member. To
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Yeah,
Guns
man,
out,
straight
guns
up.
out, baby.
yeah.
No, I love Pokemon Go. I love the fuck out of it. Oh, disclaimer: I have an iPhone SE too, so it's small. So that's a thing too. So it's just if I had like a 10, I'd probably play a lot.
I'm
more.
still rocking a 6S.
Yeah. It's fucking dope.
It's all
man.
good, man. It's all good, my man.
But yeah. So just oh my god. So this plus the Pokegenie app, where you can scan your screenshots of what you catch and it tells you how good their IVs are.
Right.
I've just lost all motivation to do that now because of how much shit I've caught over the weekend. It's too
Yeah, I
much.
wouldn't. I couldn't. Mm-mm.
When I have downtime to kill, if I'm like in the bathroom or something, then I'll do it, I guess. But right now, no.
I'm not there yet, and I'm kind of happy I'm not there yet.
Yeah, me too.
Because like my Charmander was like a 98%. It was like almost perfect. It's my best one, thankfully, because it's also my favorite. So he's just been my buddy, and then just been getting all this candy from doing all those raids.
All the candy.
So, this game's totally brand new. Like I talked last week about dabbling with it, but this week,
A lot's changed since it first came out.
yeah, and it there's actually a fucking game to play now, which is
Yeah.
different from before. Because before it was like catch Pokemon, trade
Build
them
a
in for
Pokedex.
candies, but that was it. Like,
Evolve 'em.
but now there's stuff
Maybe a gym nearby.
to do, right? Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I went yesterday morning before I had to take apart the old bed to get ready for the new bed. I was like, man, I want McDonald's breakfast. It's my day off. I'm gonna give me some shitty food and spend the whole day off regretting it.
20-piece
It'll be
nuts.
fine. Now I went early. I got
Oh.
there like 9:00. Got me a.
McGriddle.
Here's all right. Hold. Side note.
You said the right thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
What's
no,
this?
is bullshit. I pulled up and I was like, well, I got a fresh pot of coffee at home. I'm not gonna buy coffee like a chump. And I got orange juice. So again, don't need.
No,
We're good. Don't need to buy that. I'm gonna get myself one McGriddle, one hash brown. Here we go. One McGriddle, $4.49.
What?
$4.49.
Is that supersized?
Single sandwich.
Why?
And I said I want one McGriddle, bacon, egg, and cheese, and one, or sausage, egg, and cheese, and one hash brown.
Wasn't it like a $2 thing?
And then she goes, "Are you sure that's all you want?" And I was like, "Yup, I'm good." She goes, "You know the McGriddles are 2 for $4 if you get 2 of them." And I was like, "So if I buy 2 of these, it's 50 cents less than just buying the one that I actually want to eat." Yeah, fine. Let's do 2 of them. That'll be fine. So, anyway, I get 2 fucking McGriddles.
Okay.
And as I'm sitting in
That's not
line,
bad, I guess.
I got Pokemon Go open, obviously, as I'm waiting to pull around to pay. And I look, and there's a gym that was nearby that had a Pokemon that I needed to catch. And I was like, well, I could probably swing by there on the way home real quick. So I did, swung around, pulled in my, there's this little like park with like a swing set for children and whatever. I was like, let's do this. So I pull over, I got McGriddle in one hand, phone in the other.
There you go.
I'm snacking and I'm slapping that sign. Right? Boom! So I pull up.
Smacking and slapping.
I pull up and it's a Team Mystic gym. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw a Pokemon in there.
Appropriate.
I go to throw a Pokemon, and as I'm doing it, the fucking gym's crumbling, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I can't put anything in here. I look behind me. there's a red Nissan Versa, and it's rainy as fuck, so I can barely tell, but there's like 4 fucking kids in there. And I can tell they just took down that gym. Then they load the gym with their Pokemon, and they were Team Valor, so I had to try and take theirs down, but it didn't happen. I sat in there for a little bit, like, and then I looked, there was a car in front of me who was double parked. Like, we just all kind of pulled over to fuck with this gym.
Yeah.
It was a really weird, like, all right, we're back here again. Here it goes.
It was so common when this game first launched.
Right.
But it's weird that it's still kind of happening
It was
now.
weird that on a Saturday morning at 9:30
Well, that's
in the
true, too.
rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and like, cause like for the raids, for the one that we just did.
Yeah.
Cause I remember before I talked about the one around like near like closer to me. That's pretty organized. We happened to find another one in Williamsburg that was doing stuff, and we met up with all them. Even though it was like pouring piss out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, of course, it was always more Mystic than anyone else, and so we just had a group of Mystic, and then Valor and Instinct were together doing our raids. We just walked around this whole little historic town the whole time, and then eventually it just like slowly got smaller, and then we all just became one group.
Who was the raid boss?
It was Zapdos. It
Oh,
was a Zapdos day thing.
Yeah.
And
Oh, right. I did see that yesterday. I never fucking saw one.
yeah, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
8 Zap. Give me it. Give me one now.
One shiny.
All right. Give me
The rest
the
are-
non-shiny.
Well, we have to get a better friend status first.
Yeah,
Damn
before
it,
you guys.
Mark.
So it can be cheaper
All right.
because it costs a lot of Stardust.
Can you throw a name on there for me as well.
Okay. Yeah,
And I'll
save
give
them.
you a Pidgey.
Oh, thanks. Totally. I'll think about it.
Yeah, so weirdly enough, I've also gotten back into Pokemon Go. Probably the person at the table that fucking shit on this game the most.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the challenges thing I think that got me hooked again.
Yeah,
The fact that
I
I
agree.
have a purpose to
Yeah.
catch Pokemon or evolve a Pokemon or like.
Well, if you do them enough, you'll get Mew.
So that's
Oh, all right.
that's
I
been
didn't
my
know
whole
that.
thing. So there's field goals and then there's special goals.
Yeah.
I am on 4 out of 8 of the mythical discovery. So I need to get 3 more candies walking with my buddy, and I'll get to the next stage of that. But this morning I've hit my final 7-day field research progress. So I opened the box and Snorlax was in the box. Caught me a Snorlax today.
Nice.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So it's nice when you claim the reward on the field research and then it's like an Eevee, like a high powered
Yeah.
Eevee or something like that. So
Yeah, so they've got the field research for those who are if you have been away from this for as long as we have. The field research, it's just a daily task, and it could be something like make an excellent throw or evolve 5 Pokemon.
but it's not even just one task. Like you just have to get one of the 3 that are
Right.
posted there for you daily.
And if there's one that you get that sucks, you just delete it, go to a Pokestop, and you'll probably get another
Slap
one.
the sign, Guy
Slap the
Fieri
sign.
style, and then you're good.
Yeah, that's definitely been something where I'm like, I have a thing to do each day, bare minimum. It's like let me run out, let me do this.
Yeah, like I had a field research today that was like evolve a water, lightning or grass or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went through. I was like, oh, that's right. I need to evolve this guy. I need to evolve this guy. And I ended up evolving 6 Pokemon after to get the field research. But I just along the way remembered. Oh, that's right. I have all these Pokemon and candies. I can evolve this guy and go to whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I mean, we did some raids that weren't the legendary ones.
Yeah.
And because there were some gyms at the hotel, so it was just an easy walk. And
Yeah,
one
I
of
got
them-
me a Charmander from one of those easy ones today.
I did Charmander today at Busch Gardens, and that was my final candies I needed to get my Charizard.
Nice.
So I was like, yes. But now I just need more Stardust to power him up,
Yeah.
so I can use them. But it was tough. But my friends and I got a Alolan Marowak.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
So he's a ghost fire type,
He looks fucking rad.
That's fucking
Fire
cool as
spinner.
all hell, man.
very Hawaiian.
Yeah, when
Is
I
that
went
the
to
Cubone thing?
It's what Cuban turns into.
Yeah.
All right.
in
the
Alola, they've got
150.
those different. Yeah, but in the new.
Yeah, that's just a different art style.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
The
Yeah,
Kanto
okay.
version, it's just.
I
brown
thought I
type.
recognized the name, but you looked a little different. But okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
So,
It's like because
that's
you've
cool.
seen those weird Meowths and shit now running around.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Pikachu. You can't stop seeing the fucking Pikachu.
Well, yeah. The
Mom Chew.
Pikachu, I don't think is Alolan though.
No.
Yeah, there is Alolan Raichu as
Mhm.
part of a raid, but
He surfs on his tail.
yeah, pretty dope.
It was an cool. Fuck Pikachu, you know? Go
No,
Eevee.
but it changed grocery shopping for me. I already love grocery shopping as it is, but now that the fucking grocery store I go to has 3 Pokestops that are reachable depending on where you are in the store,
Mm.
fucking slapping
It
the sign all
changes
the
where
time.
I go to lunch at now at work.
Yeah,
I'll use the Go Plus And whenever it lights up blue. Okay, tap.
Dang, I had a fucking jinx. I just logged into my account.
My dude.
I know, so
yeah.
I'm looking at all the Pokemons that I had. Dang, I had a fuck, man. I played the fuck out of this when it came out.
Yeah, you fucked, man. We know.
I fucked at the time.
Got to trade friend codes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. We gotta get friend code.
Give you some gifts.
I guess we could do that at break, but
Yeah, we'll do that at break.
Right,
Yeah.
Fucking do it on here.
So yeah, Pokemon Go is Pokemon Go.
No, I mean, like, we left work Friday.
Got a beer, hoping to be next to a gym. Didn't happen.
I was like, hey, let's go get a beer, and we'll sit there, and we'll be right near a gym. And we were, like, barely on the line of it, and, like, depending on where the GPS
You were
thought
barely
we were.
on the line of it?
Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you what, though.
Mark, happy birthday.
Did discover that that place has a good-ass fucking happy hour.
Very good happy hour.
It's been $7, and we each had a beer and a fuck ton of nachos and jalapeno poppers and
Nachos.
You got 2 orders of queso.
2 orders of queso they brought from somebody else's table.
Where's this at?
I'll give you the secrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need these secrets.
Well, I think what we should do
Is
is
it behind a waterfall? I feel like it's behind a waterfall.
I-
That's where all the secrets are.
you have to open the waterfall with
Don't
your
go
hand.
chasing
Yeah.
waterfalls, though, you know?
That's well. Wish I knew that sooner.
But that was dope. Like, we ended up leaving Pokemon in the gym there. Like, that was the first time I, like, really had success with it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Some of us left higher power Pokemon. Some of us just left the first thing they saw, and there was a 400 Aron
I thought
in
I could
there.
get away with that at the theme park, and it's just nah.
I mean-
They last maybe like a day, but do it at like closing time, so you have those
Yeah.
8 hours.
it was dope. I did one yesterday. Like, before I went to McDonald's, I slid through a gym, knocked it out real quick, and dumped off an Arcanine that had a pretty high
Dang, an Arcanine.
combat power.
Called mine Marcanine.
And, god damn it. And he sat there for a while because throughout the day there were raid battles happening, so that meant that no one could knock him out. He was just there,
Yeah, just chilling.
racking it up.
And I don't know if this is new, but you can give the Pokemon in the gym
The
berries.
berries, yeah. And what's really cool is,
You can give your own as well, and you get Stardust for each thing.
but you have to be near it, right?
No, you don't.
I was unable to do it when I was away from it.
Because like I was at the hotel and I was feeding the ones at Busch Gardens. Like we were giving them berries.
You were far enough away. You weren't in that proximity.
No, the hotel was like, it was like a 10-minute drive.
Oh, weird. Because there was like yesterday, I tried to do that to my Arcanine from here to the one that's closest to my house, and
Maybe
it
it
was
is a
like
distancing. I'm not sure.
it was like, hey, you need to be closer to interact with this gym. So I
Huh.
just fucking toggled my Wi-Fi on and off, and it spoofed it so it thought that I was inside of the gym, and then I fed Arcanine berries.
I guess I can't really know for certain because even the one by my work, I would even do that, and it's like right down the street. So maybe it is a certain distance.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's cool,
Pokemon Go is back, I guess.
and they're still adding things.
Yes. Gen 4 is on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be cool. When they start adding peer-to-peer battling, I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure the Let's Go games will
Yeah.
kind of touch on that or something. But I gave a lot of love to my Switch.
Oh, yeah? What'd you get into on Nintendo Switch?
So, first thing I played, I didn't realize this was even in the eShop, free. I was like, Galaxy is free in there for some reason, but it's not Galaxy. It's a different version of it. It's called Variant S because of the Switch, but I think it's Variant M or something like that for mobile phones. They made it a weird free-to-play version that has all the tropes that a cell phone game would have. You know, the time, energy, and doing missions. It's a bunch of tap here tutorial. You don't know what you're doing, but just tap it anyway so we can get through with it. And it's like, that kind of takes a lot from it from me. Like, takes it away.
Does it still have the same kind of gameplay?
It's still the same publisher and developer or whatever.
But I mean, like, does it still feel like that game, or is it so far removed because of all the tutorialization shit?
I can't speak for the mobile version.
Yeah.
But for the Switch, it feels good when you actually do the combat, because I was straight up just in mech mode from the get-go.
Yeah.
So, like, that was cool to, like, navigate and, like, slash stuff, but all the stuff in between of, like, just equipping and leveling up, it just felt like, it felt very grindy, and I'm not really all for that with this game. I kind of want it just the original, because I want a story. I mean, there is, like, a story, but it's not the same. They don't have, like, those cutscenes. It feels like a Saturday morning cartoon type thing anymore.
I wonder why not put that version out on Switch.
Because the Switch is just very good at accepting mobile ports, because that's just what it's become now.
Yeah, race to the bottom begins, man.
You know, just put it out all on Unity. All you have to do is just fucking hit the button.
File export.
Unless you're playing Bomb Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Holy boy, that is a game.
I watched Little Bomb Chicken this week.
Dude,
That seems like a Mark game.
I really think like it's challenging.
Yeah,
Like that's like it's a game-ass game.
yeah.
It's not like haha, there's a chicken and poops around, it's funny. Like it's more than that.
It is that,
You
but
know?
also.
But like every button besides the directions is lay bomb.
Oh, okay.
You don't jump. You have to use the bombs
To-
that
yeah,
you
yeah,
lay
yeah.
to like get some distance to. So like there's a lot of puzzle platforming with that, and then there's boss fights and obstacles of like fighting enemies. Like I'm still in the beginning and it's pretty tough. But
You
like,
can kick bombs too, so it looked
Yeah.
a little bit like a side-scrolling Bomberman to me.
kind of yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's just the way you're traversing is very unique to me because you don't glide down, you just fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, finding like little secret areas and like they challenge you with like to get the gems and because you need certain gems to increase your hearts. There's like a little story. They don't explain it. You just have to put the pieces together as you're watching. So like, I think you're in this giant pyramid that happens to be a factory that manufactures chickens or special kinds of chicken. There's some blue goo.
Yeah.
And that is like so you're an egg, blue goo, you hatch, now you can lay bombs. So it has something to do, there's something there, and I feel like you're climbing to the top of this pyramid to get to the end of the game. That's what I've gathered.
All right.
So it's interesting. I like it. The art style is neat. The gameplay is unique to me. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
So-
It looks.
Definitely something I can see myself going back to, and like I do want to see it through. It's very enticing.
Is
Is
it
that like a
tough?
stage-based thing? Is it a level-based thing? Is it like a not open world, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just all one
You don't.
No?
But yeah,
save
like
points?
you don't backtrack. It does auto save, but it's kind of like it doesn't. I'm not sure if it does like a level 1, level 2.
All
It's
right,
kind of
yeah.
just you just progress,
Got it.
All right, that makes sense.
and it just keeps going, and then it'll just save at each beginning that you make it to, because you go through little elevators and
Is it tough? Is it easy? Is it?
I would say it's tough in a sense of like you kind of have to adapt to this play style, but it's easy to learn. It's just tough to master
Okay.
because you only have two things.
Is
Just
it
move.
a steep
and
learning
poop
curve,
bombs.
or is it like a good one? Like a
I would say it's
not
kind
a
of
good one, but,
steep.
Okay.
At first.
Like the introduction to the whole game, you get it right away. It takes that one little moment for you to learn how this game works, and then from there, just like, yeah, okay, if you go ahead, find secrets. When you do, all right, good luck.
Mm.
You gotta figure out for yourself.
No doubt.
They're not very punishing. Like it's a right amount. Where it's like if you mess up a lot, then yeah, you're gonna have to start over from the very beginning. But if you do die, they'll start you off at that same place that you died at. So it doesn't really kill
Dope.
the vibe. So yeah, it's good. I think that game deserves a lot more credit. If it hasn't,
Yeah.
I don't know if it has or hasn't. But
I don't know.
Metacritic has it around 80 right now, so seems pretty good.
I don't know how short the game is. I don't know. So like I don't know like what people would like want more from that game. But yeah, I think that's pretty sure it's Nitrum's first game. So they developed and published it. So that's cool. Really like I think it's 15.
Is it only on Switch or is it on Steam?
I want to say it's for everything. I don't think it's a Switch exclusive. I might have to do some fact checking. I don't know how wrong I am.
Well, we know it's definitely on Switch.
Yes. Or maybe it is. I don't. I thought I saw it for more than one system for some reason.
All I can find is a Yelp review.
Switch and Steam.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. There you go. So it's more than one platform.
Here you go, Ben.
I'm sure it'll eventually come to everything.
All day.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Stem.
I can see that.
Then from there, a little bit of Sonic Mania Plus.
Oh shit! I forgot to buy that.
Forgot to buy that too.
I technically bought it twice.
Oh, did you buy the physical?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So
Fuck yeah.
I have the physical for that reversible cover.
Oh yeah.
And the art book. It's all nice and pretty. I just want to support this game as much as I can because it deserves it, and I want Sega to know what direction to go in.
Yeah, I mean,
Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces, I mean.
I think that game has been overwhelmingly well received. Like,
I can't see them making something exactly like this. I'm not gonna expect that from them, But I just want them to like they just have them know just like, hey, this is where the love is.
I don't know what I want them to do next. Like, I don't know if I want them to just go hog wild on a brand new 2D sequel with all brand new stages, or attempt to tackle the 3D problem.
No, stop. No more.
Yeah.
No.
Stay 2D.
No, if they were to do 3D,
They technically
let
have
someone else do it, like they just did with fucking Sonic Mania, or bring someone
No,
else
no.
in.
I'm saying the Mania team.
Oh, the Mania team?
Like, what do I want the Mania team to do next?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I thought you meant Sega in general.
no, sorry. I mean those dudes, Christian
Yeah.
Whitehead and company.
Oh, keep it going. Just keep fucking make Sonic Mania 2.
because I love their like low poly 3D in the bonus stages.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it looks good.
I want a lot of that. That would be cool to do that next.
I know.
Because like so with I had to write this down because there's a couple changes. So the game is $30, but if you own it already and you want the upgrade, it's just $4.99.
Right.
So that's a good
Yeah,
deal.
you just buy the DLC. Well, it's
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so like if you don't buy that, your game still gets an update to where like the menu is different. There's like a nice picture with each thing now. It's all stylized.
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
But with it,
Clean.
what was it? So you get Encore mode, and that is like a remixed version of the main game. Everything is like palette swapped colors. The boss fights are a little
Everything's
different.
at dusk. I saw.
Is that what the difference
Yeah,
is?
it's dusk.
Yeah, okay. But it looks cool.
It looks really good.
Um,
Like, and the levels look like you've never seen them before. Like, I mean, because you haven't. But like all the color palettes look so good.
Yeah, it changes it like that much too, and like the boss fights are slightly different than before. Like they add a little more to it. So it's like when you think it's over, it's not exactly over.
Yeah, I saw the one with Metal Sonic, where it was like now he's the big ass Metal Sonic thing from Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh, like a Mechasonic.
Yeah, like he's big as fuck.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I saw any of that yet, but that'll be cool to see.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get too far with it, but I played enough to be like, all right, I like this. I think I made it to like Zone 3 or something.
Okay.
Which let's see. So yeah, the new characters.
Yeah, what's new in so that Encore mode is a free part of the update, or that's part of the plus?
That's what you're paying for basically is the
Okay.
Encore mode and the extra characters.
Right. So it's Mighty and Ray.
Yeah, Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel.
Yeah.
And with that, so Mighty, the Armadillo, if you jump and hit jump again, he does a fairly fast ground pound. So think like if you played Sonic 3 and you had the bubble shield that makes you just drop down really quick.
Yeah.
It's basically that, but a lot harder and more
Alright.
damaging. When you're in ball mode with him, spikes don't hurt on the first hit. You get a little you get a little free
Like spikes like
Which
on
is-
the ground.
Yeah,
spikes.
like spikes in
Alright,
any of the
nice.
levels. It doesn't hurt you on the first touch. If you get out of the ball form and somehow touch the spikes, then yeah, it'll hurt you. But every time that I've run into one, it kind of just did like the little boing and
Yeah.
just bounced you away from it.
All right.
So that's cool. Other than that, he plays just like everyone else. You spin dash.
Is he more like Sonic, Knuckles, Tails?
I would just say a Sonic with a ground pound,
Okay.
but a very good ground pound.
Yeah.
And then for Ray, his is cool, like the way he glides. Now, I know people were comparing that to Mario with the cape.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's different. So with Mario, you have the cape, you have to get a running momentum, and you can you just control it. It's kind of slow with like the up and down on the D-pad. Yeah. This, you just jump twice, and he goes into the glide mode, but you have to hit left or right.
Huh.
And it's very it's not subtle. Like
Okay.
You have to be very precise with how you're doing that because you could just go straight down, but it won't. If you go off the screen with it, he goes into ball mode. So if you flew too high into the corner of the screen, you would come down in ball mode falling, and you could land on an enemy and kill him that way. But because that one boss fight in Studiopolis with the missiles, I think you just
the
keep
shitty
running,
one.
and you
Yeah,
have to hit the correct missiles to hit back at that.
Yep, did not
Whatever.
like that one.
It's a little easier with Ray because I went up to that corner. I guess I did this by mistake. So I went to the corner, it knocked me down, and I landed right on that missile and whatever. And the lives are different in Encore. You don't have a set number of lives. The rings don't give you extra lives. There is a like a TV screen that has a little cycle arrows, and you get extra characters. and they go through rotation if you keep hitting that.
So you just swap out instead of dying?
Yeah. And you always have like a partner system as you're playing Encore. So you can hit a button and switch between each one. So like my first playthrough, I was like Mighty and Sonic. And whenever Sonic was basically the tails of that game.
It can only be 2?
2 at a time.
Oh, okay.
And then because you gain extra letters.
Got it, okay.
So if one of them gets hurt to where like beyond repair, then another one will come in.
I got you.
But it has to be you like that gets hurt and loses.
Yeah,
so like if you die, another character takes your spot. And it's cool how they come in because tails will just fly from any direction and like very slowly. This is just like a mode 7 from the screen to the stage.
Neat.
Like big to small, just boop right there and jumps with you.
I gotta buy this.
It's really cool.
I meant to, yeah. Like I think I don't even know what the fuck I don't know.
And like the competitive modes now, 4-player, because now there's 5 characters to be.
That's fucking cool.
So, yeah, and then you can play as Mighty and Ray in the main mode too. It's not just Encore exclusive.
That's cool.
So they're good for everything. Yeah, so I was about like maybe an hour or 2 spent with that, and I was like, "This is good. It's worth it." Like,
Yeah, because when they announced it, I was like, "Oh, all right, sure, I guess."
Yeah.
But now, I'm like seeing it and hearing you talk about, it, I'm like, "Yeah, this is."
So then I got that physical box art, reversible like Genesis cover or whatever,
I know, I saw that.
and I have that now with the collectors of Sonic on the Genesis.
On the Genesis.
It looked
Yeah.
nice.
I wonder what they're gonna do for. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just enjoying it for the time being.
Yeah. It's good.
Then from there, I went to the DS,
Yeah, I'm listening.
3DS.
I'm listening.
WarioWare Gold demo dropped.
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh fuck! I forgot to get that.
I'll wait. I'll patiently just wait until the full game comes out because
How
it's
is
my
it?
money anyway.
Give me the deets.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's fleshed out with how they teach you how to play this game, and they go through a little cycle. Like it's definitely a sample of this. I don't know if this will be in the main game. This seems like it was made just for the demo.
Oh, cool.
So like it starts off with called mash, which is traditional directional pad A button, and it tells you you might just use one or the other or both. I don't know, figure it out. And they give you like 5 mini games, and you just cycle through them kind of until it gets faster and faster and until you stop. And then once you do that, you unlock a new one, which is twist. So the Game Boy Advance one, we had that wireless thing, and so everything is all twist based, and it teaches you how to do that. And you rinse, lather, repeat, and it gives you touch. So now you're using the stylus and the screen.
All right.
And then once you do that, it unlocks like a mix mode where it's all of them put together, and then it'll tell you which one you have to do right before
That's
you
good.
get into the mini game.
That's really good.
So it kind of
I'm liking
visited like each
I'm liking
version of
this.
the game that was handheld.
There's I forget it was a Japanese only release. I don't know if it was the same team or something, but like there's another thing like that where it went through like style A, style B, style C. Okay, let's put them all together randomly and mash them up. I forget the.
The picking and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The first one.
I thought you were trying to tell me I had a booger.
No, I'm just playing WarioWare over here with my actual nose.
Got it.
yeah, and then it shows you between each one like all the different features that the full game will have,
Yeah.
and so it's good. It was for a demo. I was surprised. I thought it was just going to be like, yeah, here's a chunk of the game, and
Yeah, I
And-
saw you
yeah.
in our little group chat put out the demo, and I was gonna do it, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait because I know I'm getting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things.
When's that out? Like the 13th or something?
soon. Yeah, I'm not sure about
Yeah.
the date. It's definitely August, like beginning of August.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely worth it if you're having an itch and you can't wait for some reason. No harm in checking it out. And then the last one was kind of a unique one because I had it on my 3DS for a while and I just forgot to get to it. Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. There it is. There's the TM. Mark it in.
Son of a bitch.
What's it called?
Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. So this is the third in the series.
Oh, is that the one with the kangaroo-looking dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an armadillo.
Armadillo. All right, I got
Named
it. Same,
Dylan.
same animal.
Armadillo.
Dillo.
Armadillo.
Dylan the Dillo. You get it?
Dylan.
Dylan,
Dylan.
and Dylan.
What I didn't know about the developer though, Vanpool Inc. A little bit of their history here. They did the mini games for Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga,
All right.
They did the Tingle DS games that are exclusive in Japan.
Okay.
They were co-developing with Intelligent Systems for Paper Mario Sticker Star.
All right.
And they did the Chibi Robo Ziplash game.
Okay.
I was like, all right, these dudes know what's up.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I remember hearing that Nintendo had a better working relationship with them than you may have thought, and now I realize what that relationship meant.
Because I've always wanted to play the first one. I didn't know there was a second one. I thought this was the second one.
What was it? Dylan's Rolling Western.
Yeah. Then it's I forget the name of the second one.
Double Dash, and now this one's
Dead
Wait, what?
Heat Breakers.
Dead Heat Breakers.
Yeah.
All right. And what's different about this one, or what's new, or
This
or
one's
what-
very
what
like
is
Mad
this?
Maxy. Like
Like cars.
Like,
kind of, yeah.
dude,
Alright.
guitar flying off of it.
Well, maybe I'm not sure if I'm at that point exactly, but maybe earlier Mad
Give it
Max.
time.
All right. No, Gibson Mad Max.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So like it makes you start with like picking your me, and when I last had my 3DS, I had a friend borrow it, and he thought it was funny to change my me so it looks nothing like me. So I picked the Carl one that I've had
Nice.
on there. So now Carl became a furry,
All right.
and what more
No doubt.
appropriate than a rabbit?
Yeah. That's all right. It's pretty good.
So like he's driving some like truck that has like cargo on it, and he's being attacked, and you have to go save him. And that teaches you how to play the game, where you're just rolling on this big road.
You play as Dylan.
You play as Dylan,
All right.
and you're attacking these enemies, rolling into them, double dashing, grinding on them, like super spin dash basically, and you're just chopping them to pieces. And then at like the boss fight was like, you have to like this dude was made of diamonds. You have to just keep just shaving into him until he's like dust, and then like you get up out of that. Like a little like quick time event happens. It's like a cool cutscene where he just starts like he gets out of ball form and just starts like slashing the crap out of the car thing. And then you're protecting that truck with the cargo. You're like rolling into it. Then you hit A to like jump up, and then he does like a little slash and knocks him off. Like it's very stylish the way they do it. I like it. It's sad that I think that game is gonna get overlooked a lot just because of the platform that it's on.
Yeah.
Like they should bring those to Switch if they can.
I gotta imagine that. I mean, especially considering now.
If they had a way to like upgrade the visuals and make it more, just smooth and optimized for a Switch, I think people would give this a higher praise
Yeah.
than probably what it's
I
getting.
think. Switch just has a bigger audience. Well, that's not fair to say. The Switch has
It's starting to take it for sure.
a more adventurous audience. Like 3DS is very like predictable. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I think it's fair to say the Switch
3DS
is
has
hungrier too.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
hungrier audience.
3DS is established at this point.
I think the people who are really into the Switch, it's like Vita owners, where when a game comes out that the company gets behind or that the publisher, developer gets behind, Vita owners would buy the shit out of it. And I think the same thing could be said for Switch. So yeah, I can see that.
It gives me like cartoony like Road Rash vibes because
Alright.
of the setting and everything,
Fuck
and
yeah.
how like you just have these motors attached to the side of you, and you're just constantly just going.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just it's a very like momentum based game. So like yeah, I hope to see what comes out of that boss fight wise and all that.
Nice.
It's very stylish. There is modes where you can play as your me, and apparently it's like a not a top down shooter, but you're basically just going around just shooting stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of features this game has I'm not fully aware of.
This is like, these are usually like $10 or something, right?
I want to say so, like 10 or 15 range.
All right.
I could see it being 20 because it's exclusive.
Yeah. That could be a fun one to toy around
Oh
with.
yeah, or even if these came to Steam or something, it would be perfect. But
Yeah.
like,
Just
but
get buried with the rest of the shit
Yeah.
on Steam.
Yeah.
The Switch, yeah.
I would put
It's
this
Nintendo
in-
back to like Joe said.
I would kind of put this in like the Recore category,
Okay.
where it's like it's an okay game.
Yeah.
But maybe just a little notch higher, just because of visuals are like they stand out a little more, because it's just, like it's like not cell shaded, but it is. It's like low poly
Yeah. It's got that.
textures, and they definitely have a world built at this point. Like they have their own thing.
Yeah.
And it's like he could be a Smash character,
That's well, yeah. There's been a lot of buzz.
at least an
about
assist
that.
trophy. He
Yeah.
could definitely be an assist
I
trophy.
think he is an assist trophy.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he was in the last game too.
Crash or nah?
Huh.
There's no Crash. I'm out. JK.
Come on.
But he's gonna be in, so it's not that big of a deal.
There you go.
Didn't they talk about DLC for that or something? Like Bill Trennan said something apparently, like this past weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot's fucking $40 for that game. I'm buying them.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much been. That's me.
Slayer.
Joe, so if you did not get Sonic Mania this week, what the fuck did you buy this week?
Ben, what you been playing?
You deflecting asshole.
Ben, what you been up to this week?
Uh-oh.
Is something going on here?
No,
I don't know.
everything's fine.
Should we be concerned?
Everything's fine.
Well, I guess we'll get there eventually.
I'll talk about games
Fucking
later.
politician over here that's deflecting the question.
I wanna hear from
Ben.
Ben.
What'd you play?
Is there a divorce going on? Is it our
There's
fault?
no
Did we do
divorce.
something?
I wanna hear from
There's no
Ben.
divorce. There's no divorce.
I want to hear from
Yeah.
Ben.
I played one game.
Yeah,
Street
tell me
Fighter.
about it. Nice.
Legit played
You-
Street Fighter.
Dude,
Before we even get into that video, or like the details of the video,
Oh, the video, yeah.
I had never seen that character before, and so
Which
I had
one?
the
Oh,
one you
Lara?
play as. So I had to like watch
Oh,
it a couple
yeah.
times to like, oh, there's a lot of things going on here.
sure is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of her
So
going
after
on.
the fourth time I watched it, it took me about 20 minutes, but finally I got to do actually watching the gameplay. Then
Did you post those anywhere? I mean,
I
I know
just
they're
saw
on
them on
YouTube.
they're on
Yeah.
YouTube, right? Yeah.
You got to give the audience a way to find those because that was impressive.
As impressive as okay, so I found just how valuable and important it is to watch your replays because in Street Fighter 5, at least now, it's so easy to do because like you finish the match, you go to the main menu, and then you go to your fighter profile, and it has like the last 50 or so matches, and
Rocket
the
League
replays
does
are already
it very
saved.
similar.
Oh,
to
it just saves the
It's already
Oh,
well,
nice.
I guess it's up in their server, and if you want to save them, you just favorite them, and then it's tied to your account.
That's
Otherwise, I think it's like every once it hits like
14
a
days
certain
or
number,
something. Yeah,
it
that
just rotates.
I'm
or
sure
whatever.
your favorites has a counter on it. Like you can't just archive everything. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the thing, what sucks is you save it, and then it's just in the game. So for me to put that on the YouTube, I had to like the NVIDIA experience thing.
Oh, and screen capture.
So that footage, that was just me on my computer hitting the record button in
And play
NVIDIA
at the
experience
same
and just
time.
letting it
I
play
get it,
through
yeah.
in the background or whatever. But I mean, it's as impressive as that was probably one of the most intense rounds in my life, which is why I wanted to save it, not because I can just go around and show my dick around. It was I wanted to see what happened, and like
yeah.
after I watched it again, I was even showing Faith the one night, and she was like, "I have no clue what's going on. I'm just gonna look at the health bar." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a part
Yeah.
of it.
Or look at my character model.
And then
One
there
of
was
the two.
and then there was that part when the one round when I had like no health and he had more than half health, and I was like, Faith is like, I'm about to throw up right now.
I was so sick. Like, I don't know how the fuck you pulled that off.
So like I was watching on my phone. I like had to like really like health left. Like,
Yeah.
No, there's like the health meter on a big screen. There's nothing there. It's just empty. I probably had all health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a single hit point.
I mean, like I was just watching it quietly, but as it was happening, like my hand just got more and more closer to my face, and I was like,
Because I was watching, I was like, dang, oh shit, Ben's gonna get his ass. What? What the? I like
Rocky Balboa.
It was fucking nuts.
So when I've been doing a lot of research,
Yeah.
like watching like pro players play, and I've been watching a lot of like a lot of people like just post not necessarily tutorials, but like how to get better Street Fighter videos or whatever. And there's been a lot of like eye-opening things, and now after playing, when you play that round, you don't really notice like all the fuck ups you do. And like when I watch that replay, I'm like, ooh, oh, I should have. But I'm glad I watched it because I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. Now next time I'm gonna do this. Like if you watch that video, there's a lot of times when I'll go in with like I do a lot of low kicks because he barely fucking blocked a low kick.
Yeah.
And when I was watching these videos online, they were like, look, don't fucking jump all the time in this game. But if you jump and they fall for it, then spam the fuck out of it because
Yeah.
what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
That's the game.
And then that was like that. So with him, I did all those low kicks and he barely blocked them. So I'm like, all right, I found your hole, dude.
keep spamming it.
I
Yeah.
found your hole. And
Yeah,
you don't have to do
it-
anything
yeah.
about it. Yeah. And what I should have like in that video, I did like the low kick, but I will do like the high kick variant, which leaves a lot of frames open. So when you do the high kick, if he would have blocked it, I would have been fucked. But he didn't. If I did a medium kick, I could have followed it up with her like elbow thing, which could all like form into a grab. So instead of just doing one move, I could have done 3 moves. So then when I watched that replay, I'm like, all right, I got it. Yeah, I got it. And yeah, just watching that, I mean, there's a lot of combos I didn't execute properly, but I mean, I still fucking won. It was so goddamn intense.
Yeah.
But I'm having so much fucking fun with that game. I don't know. I hope it's not just a short spurt thing.
It's been pretty fun getting back into it. Like, I'm not as like invested as you are, but like whenever I play with my friends or whatever, it's fun just like picking apart their brain and psyching them out with like how high you're doing your attacks or low, and like which punch, which kick. Like I did,
like I said, I've been doing a lot of research on Laura, and then like I saw one guy he was talking about. He's like, she's a very offensive character, and that's like when it comes to games, I'm always picking like defense. Like capture the flag, I'm the dude with the light machine gun carrying, like holding our flag, and giving intel. But then like Laura, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pressure them so they start fucking up. Because, like, when they fuck up, that's when you go in. And, like, she has that special move, but you shouldn't really use that because you take advantage of her meter to do all the other like, little tricks she has between that. So, in that round, you can see I try to keep fucking pressuring that dude into doing stupid shit. So, when he starts doing that, that's when they start sweating, like, oh, God, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, like, every, like, Shotokan character waking up with a Shoryuken.
Yeah,
like, crouch block.
Yeah, like especially with if you wake up Shoryuken, you are fucked. Yeah. If Laura blocks that dude, you are severely fucked because she can just knock you straight on your ass. Yeah. And it's just
fierce Shoryukens are the same as just pulling your pants down.
Pretty much.
You gotta keep like the low ones.
Oh, and
Are you playing with a 6-button pad or what?
I'm using a fight stick.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Didn't you say before you didn't use fight stick for something?
I thought Marc was the controller on the table.
I use a DualShock.
I know, but I thought you had a thing where you didn't use.
Akko went from fight stick to controller recently.
Is that what it was?
Maybe.
I don't know. Just I respect joystick. I've tried it when Street Fighter 4 was out, and I was kind of getting the hang of it. I feel like it was easier for charge characters, but at least for me. Yeah. But then like when Street Fighter finally released those actual fight pads that look like Sega Genesis controllers.
Oh, the 6-point. Yeah.
That's what,
yeah. I was like, that was my jam.
I do because it's a comfort thing because after a while, like if I'm playing a really fast game like Street Fighter on like a DualShock or whatever, my hands start to like.
Yeah, initiation for me was like
mean?
blister on the thumb, super huge, peel to skin.
I had that when I was really into Injustice.
Like, I mean, a lot of people they prefer the controller. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. I mean, but like doing all those like quarter turn circles with the thumb, like after a while, like it just feels better.
Are you over or under?
I'm like
on the ball,
a middle. If that makes sense. I used to do completely over. Yeah. Like all the way. But then like I would watch these pro players and they kind of put like the stick in between. Some of them do it between their middle finger and their ring finger, and some do it between their ring and their pinky. Yeah. I kind of
thumb over top.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're not cross either. It's like it's parallel.
Yeah. I just fucking love it. And I feel like a complete asshole because I would watch these tournaments. There's one going on, the Capcom Pro tournament. Yeah. That was just going on. I was watching some shit from there, and there was a lot of top players that were there that were at Winter Brawl when I went over the winter, and I was that asshole. Like when people like the one guy Punk, he was there, and he would like walk by, and everybody was like, "Oh, that was Punk." I'm like, "Who the fuck gives a shit about that dork?" And then I think Akko, he was talking about him or Smug, and he was like, "Yeah, he was at the last tournament. He started breaking down at the last match," and I'm like, what a fucking pussy! I'm like, and I said this in the elevator, and like I can tell like everybody's butthole just got tight. They're like, oh god, this is awkward. I'm like, no,
guys, just me.
Just me. No, all right,
shoulder shrug.
Because Vice did like some documentary on last year's Evo, and then like all the top players that I were like calling assholes were like the typical like. In the big stadium, and they're like on the top stage, and there's like thousands of people there, and those were the same dudes that I was like, "What the fucking asshole, man. Like,
Fucking nerd.
fucking dork. Like, and, then, like,
And now you
play
come full
video
circle and you're
And I'm
like
like,
studying
oh.
their footage. Like,
yeah,
oh, shit.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh, this punk
But
guy's
were
fucking
they the
awesome,
smelliest,
dude.
though? Were they the smelliest?
I don't know. I didn't come within close proximity
Oh.
to him.
Next
Caught the
time.
thousands
Yeah,
of
next
fans
time-
around
next
them
time-
blocked
next
you
time
away
get
from it. Yeah.
Get a good whiff. Get a good whiff.
I want to find a kid that does reverse thing to you.
But yeah, man, it's just I've been having a fucking blast. It's lit.
4 Evos from now. That
So
would be bad.
like, there's.
I'll
I
be walking
recently
around.
there was a question brought up on a podcast I listened to. Someone wrote in and asked about like that hidden layer of a fighting game,
Oh,
like
man.
and getting into all that weird shit.
The meta.
Yeah,
What do
and
you
like, but getting into like
The
all
mental
the stuff, like
chess.
the frame counting,
the frame counting?
and like
Yeah.
all of those things. And like, how deep into that shit are you? Because there's playing Street Fighter, and then there's like fucking playing Street Fighter.
So I don't want to sound like
It's reading the Matrix.
Yeah,
I don't want to sound like a d-bag, but I have been getting deeper into it. Like the whole frame
Let's
counting
go.
thing, it's weird because I'm coming from a developer / designer standpoint.
Sure.
So when they're talking about frames, I'm thinking like frames from code in a way, which is kind of different in the fighting game.
Are you?
'Cause
So
they
you're
count it
not looking at
differently.
it like animation frames.
So yeah, see, because I'll watch these like frame counting videos. Like
Yeah.
I've seen maybe 10 or 15 of them, and I still don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. But the best way I can explain it is I can kind of like feel it.
All right.
You can kind of like maybe as you're watching it, like you don't see every or like when. So if Ryu's doing a Hadouken, I'm not sitting there counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you can kind of tell when there's that magic point when he's done doing a Hadouken that you can come in with Laura and just
A certain part of the animation where it's just
Yeah.
like, this is okay. I can
Yeah.
have priority.
That's the
Yeah.
frame where I can
yeah,
do it. Yeah.
Because the boxes will change. Or
But it's cool
whatever.
because Street Fighter's training mode now, with the arcade edition update, if you can turn on this like frame counting color mode, and what it does is your character turns a different shade. It's red or blue.
Oh.
So red, it's like when it's in the frame, and then blue, it's like when it's done, and your whole character is like highlighted. Or it might be the other way around. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But they added that
That's
feature
cool.
to it. Yeah, so that helps too. So maybe that I'm guessing that's how they do it too. Like maybe they're not sitting there going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they kind
yeah.
of just like
But I know that like there's got to be a thing where like I'm sure that people are breaking it down like freeze frame it and step it forward slowly,
Yeah.
just like
oh yeah.
Like-
There's a lot of YouTube videos when they'll do it slow mo and they'll be
Yeah.
like, you see right here is when you can come in.
Yeah,
Like
like
this part of the animation is when they're done.
especially with like cross ups.
Yeah.
Because like I remember like I'm not sure if it's accurate in 5, but in 4 when I was doing Ken, like I remember like being taught how to do a cross up when somebody's getting up
Mhm.
and you're doing a jump kick. So when they're getting up, it's like it's like they would be blocking, but it technically counts as me hitting them from the back, so they can't block it.
Yeah, if you hit that, if you hit it at a certain time, it's weird. They have to block still, but the thing is, it just fucks with their brain so much, and it like that's another thing. Like, what if you do that with somebody and they still don't know how to block it? Yeah, I would just do that the
run
whole
it.
fucking round.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you lost. I found your hole. Deal with it. You know.
I remember fighting people who just want to repeat a combo that they've memorized. Where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, and if you're open, I'm just going to keep repeating the same exact slew of motions until you learn how to get out of it.
So one of the videos that I was watching, they're like from a I guess novice or beginner. When you first go in the fighting game, you think I'm gonna fucking pull out this 15 hit combo,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make.
Yeah, you can't
Because
treat it
that's
like
all-
it's Tekken.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna fucking think about is like, can I do it now? Can I do it? And I did that so many fucking times
Yeah.
when I started playing.
Yeah.
And I said at the last podcast, focus on just getting in, even
Little
if it's
hits.
just every now and then
Yep.
take like a quick jab back up. You know what I mean?
Poke
Just
'em.
yeah, poke. That's another thing. Just keep poking. And then like
Get your poke on.
there were so many times
Wait,
when
you're playing Pokken tournament?
yeah,
All right, got it.
but I mean, there's been so many times when I've done like simple shit like that. I won't do any of like Laura's specials. I just do like little pokes, maybe like a 1-2 hit combo, and
Yeah.
I'll fucking breeze it around like it's nothing. Because they'll sit there and you can tell they get back and they try to jump and they do like try to pull out some combo. It's like that.
Doesn't- yeah.
Stop. Yeah. Fucking love it, man. That's all I want to play. And who knows? By next week, it may be the only thing I fucking played again too.
Yeah.
I wish I had that dedication between games.
Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. I can't play any other games now. It's like I Street Fighter. That's it.
It's good to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I just sample a lot of stuff, and it's like, man, I don't want to sample all the time. Like, I actually want to be committed.
Find that thing.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. I mean, you have a job. You got all this shit to do. It's like you can only commit yourself to so many fucking games at once. You know.
Yeah. It's fucked.
Yeah. It's fun though. Who knows when? I mean, I'm going to Summer Jam at the end of August. So my goal is to win all around. Still didn't win all around from Summer Jam. I mean, Winter Brawl. So
When's that? Wait, is it Summer Jam or Winter Brawl? Which one?
Winter Brawl already had. I probably mixed them up. Winter Brawl is what I went to in like
February.
March, February.
Yeah.
February.
Summer Jam, that's in late August, and I think that's like the bigger one too.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go.
Weather reasons.
Dude,
I don't want to
that?
compete. I just want to go.
So when I went to Winter Brawl, I signed up for Tekken. I signed up for Street Fighter. I've signed up for Soul Calibur.
DBZ.
I signed up for
Yeah,
DBZ.
fucking
I signed up for Marvel vs. Capcom, and I did the Tekken one, the Street Fighter one, and the Soul Calibur one. And then I was done, and I was like, I just want to do Street Fighter one. So summer, I'm legit just doing Street Fighter, and then I'm partying. It's like a little mag fest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna Street Fighter, and then after that, just fucking hang loose, man.
Nice.
What's admission price?
There's
Your blood.
there's the one when it's a spectator badge,
Yeah.
and that's like significantly cheaper. I'm gonna have to look it back up because our one friend that went, he just got the spectator badge. He didn't want to fucking compete or anything. He's like, I'm just here to fucking jam, dude. I don't care. And it's like, I like that. Just here for the ride.
I want to see what games.
Yeah. They don't have Dota there.
Now.
Got him.
Yeah, I mean during break I can look it up real quick and I can tell you price and all that. But
Cool.
yeah, it's I can't wait, man. It's a lot of fun.
And you're on PC with that, right? But it's PC and PS4.
Yeah, PC and PS4.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a PS4 player, I just call them a poor plebe. So I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I actually had it on PS4 originally. I'm kidding.
That's me.
No, I'm
What,
kidding. I'm kidding.
I forgot. I know you're playing on PC. I'm assuming the frames are locked, right? At 60 or something like that,
Yeah.
or 30, 60. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 60 on PS4 too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting this one weird issue now. I don't know if it's a computer thing or my fight stick thing. When I'll be in the middle of a round and the fight stick will just stop working altogether.
Cool.
Well,
That's gotta be a lot of
fun.
You should refer back to your Dragon Ball Z podcast back in the day when you were talking about your fight stick not working at all.
Yeah.
Also, if you smell smoke, it might be your fan again.
Yeah, that could be.
Check those wires.
Yeah.
It's weird though because it'll completely stop working, and of course it only happens when I'm in the middle of a fucking round. And then like the dude will like you can tell he like moves around. He's like, oh, he's fucked, and then he'll come in and just like bash me. I'm like, stop, dude. Only lasts for like maybe 2 seconds or so, but
It's like AFK.
so
You know what
annoying.
though? At least Windows will launch for you some days. So
That too.
Yeah, you had to rebuild your PC this week, huh?
fuck, man. I hate goddamn Windows so fucking
Yep.
much. I'm happy I was able to fix it myself without needing your computer though.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah. Now I permanent drive
Nice.
because I have a feeling it's gonna happen again 3 weeks from now. So you know.
Maybe sooner.
Did you get to play anything on that PC?
I did.
Yeah?
Played a little bit of Dota. I have to talk about it because something big happened.
Oh.
Dota Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Before, Turbo Dota was not part of it. So you were never earning experience of those shards with Turbo. They implemented that this week.
Good.
So now you can get the experience on your heroes and the shards and whatever that you would just from playing a regular game.
Cool.
And then you combine that with the Cavern Crawl that I'm still slowly working my way through.
That
was the part of the season pass.
The road
leading
TI
up to
thing.
TI. Yeah.
The rapper?
Yeah.
The joke's not funny the 8th time, man.
Oh, it's still good.
No, it's
It'll
not.
be funny the 9th time.
Y'all ready for August?
No.
But yeah, it was nice to be able to play Turbo now and get the plus credit. It makes me want to play Turbo more than the actual regular game at this point. Because really, Plus was the only thing that kept me playing a regular game every now and then. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. Come soon. At a pack opening near you, they have unlocked the packs for you to start getting your esports players for your fantasy team for TI.
No.
God damn it.
So
The
I
rapper?
got a football.
See?
He's in
See?
it. He's in it. This guy fucks.
So I got a football fantasy draft to prepare for, and a fucking TI fantasy draft to prepare for. And no, and not the goddamn Uzis he was arrested for. What Uzi is going to be arrested for next? So
The rapper?
Lil Uzi Vert.
So yeah, no, I had to mention that. I always play Dota though, yeah. So that's just something casually in the back. Play about 5-6 games of Turbo a week.
Cool.
I'm gonna break the rules here a little bit. I technically did not play it. However, I watched a fuck ton of it through Twitch, and it makes me want to play it.
Okay.
And I smell a little bit of a video.
Whoa.
Resident Evil 7.
Hmm.
I have never been a fan of a game
This is already a video before you even wanted it to be a video.
I have never been a fan of a game so much that I never played before. I'm very happy without even really watching too much of it. Just kind of listening to you.
You want it in VR?
Got it. That second follow up.
Is it a VR vid?
I don't know if I'm there yet.
That's a trick question, buddy, because it is.
I need to get. Fuck. I need to get there yet. I've seen shit that I don't want to experience, but I kind of want to experience it at the same time.
I seen it.
I feel like you saw a part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
A woman.
Oh, yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep.
That's all I have to say. Mark gets it.
All right, I got to start playing
Is
it.
it at
Then.
the
I
beginning?
I got to
playing.
start playing it.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Mark did some hand gestures there that
I told him to steal third.
Uh-huh.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I really kind of want to experience that game for myself. I
Dude,
think
I'm
Prey
telling
opened
you.
some doors for me.
I'm telling you, VR is. I know it's like whatever, but I feel like that is the most you will get out of this game.
So the person I was watching on Twitch was Lyric, and he didn't play it on VR. He was just kind of playing it on PC. But man, that game.
Yeah.
I've seen his playthrough. I still have about an hour and a half left or so to watch, but I've seen like the big twist at this point.
Yeah.
But dude, that game is solid.
I know. That was my vote
I gotta play
for
it.
Game
I
of
gotta
the
fucking
Year.
play it.
And I like
Fucking play it.
on watching it just makes me happy that I pushed it as far as I did during those Game of the Year discussions, because I think it's an appropriate place as second runner up on that list. Very appropriate. Yeah. So sometime soon, I have a feeling I'm going to be pulling the trigger on that game myself.
Do it before 2
on
is
the
out.
PS4.
Can I ask a question about that? So my girlfriend, she's also in the Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be a dickhead if I played this without her knowing? Because I really want to play this by myself with the lights off at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like total silence.
Just do this. Be like Resident Evil 2 got re-released, but play the original one
Yeah.
around her, and then just play the remake.
Yeah, you're right though. You're right.
Gotcha.
But
I
no,
gotcha.
because then she bought me Resident Evil 7 for my birthday, and she was like, "So now we can play it together." I'm like,
Oh,
"Why'd you have
she
to
said
fucking
that.
Say that? Why'd you have to say
Yeah,
that?"
you kind of would be.
And she's like, "I gave you extra money so you can buy the other Resident Evil games too." And I was like, "Why'd you have to fucking say that? Why'd you have to fucking say that?" Because I don't know about you, but I hate playing horror games next to somebody
Well, that was
because
like
it takes it out.
the first time I played PT. I think it was Tyler and I were live streaming it,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
and Katie was next to us making fun of it the whole time, and it completely
that ruins-
pulled it out of it.
Oh,
and
stop.
and then like it was still kind of spooky, but it wasn't as spooky as it could have. If Tyler and I were there, like holding each other's hands, like it would have been completely different than.
Yeah, like I played PT and I had some friends watching, and like they weren't exactly making jokes. They were having trouble watching it, and I had one friend stand in the doorway. TV is on the same wall as the doorway. She was just kind of peeking in, and she's like, "Nah,
No way.
not going in."
No way.
Even then, I was still like,
Do you know how many times I like attempted to play that game and I just saw the cockroach run by, open up the first door, and I was like,
hell
"Nope, not
no.
today."
that point of view, man?
Yeah, nope,
it's
not
so-
today.
So
and then
vulnerable.
twice I got down the hall, made a right, and I was like, "Nope, not today."
So all right. I will put this out here on air. Maybe this is a thing where you start it together, right? You
Okay.
start it, and then like one of those days where it's like, oh shit, sorry, you were out, and I was really, really itching.
She's
for a
not
little
going to
bit
be
more.
out though because she's off for the summer because she's a teacher.
School
Where's she
gonna be?
out
And it goes to the
for
store.
Summer.
goes to get gas.
Maybe-
and you're like, man,
maybe-
I was really just itching for it, and I beat the
hold on.
game.
Maybe come to a
Right.
compromise. Maybe like, how about second playthrough
Yeah, that too.
can play together. First playthrough,
I like that.
do it yourself.
I like that.
Because you know you can play more than once.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the DLC
Or
as well, which isn't.
start it.
I'll let you know, DLC not as scary as the game.
I like the
So
Joe
that
idea
will ruin.
Respect.
of starting it together and then maybe split off the save file. Maybe keep a save for her,
Yeah, you said that you'll be a pro in her eyes.
and then
When
you keep
won't
playing.
die. You know
you
what's
keep
gonna
playing
come at
your
every
own
angle.
save and keep going on. Now I will say I don't know how you are with saving games. I'm kind of like this. Even on PC, Resident Evil 7 does have a save cap, like save data cap.
Oh, okay.
So just be wary of that.
You guys usually have like 4 or 5 different save files per playthrough.
Yeah, well,
And it
the
doesn't
dude
use
I was
ink
watching
ribbon.
kept doing new. I think it ended up being maybe 30 or so. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, there is a certain
Just save
cap on
over
that.
the main one. You know.
In Prey, I was doing it by section just in case I ran into a bad decision or something like that. But yeah, dude, that game's dope. I don't know how to play it.
No, I mean there was times with my game where I had to do multiple saves because of decisions. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what it meant if I followed through with one or the other.
But I will tell you something. I'm not playing again anytime fucking soon.
Oh, here we go.
Mario Tennis. Fuck that game. Uninstalled. Never playing it again. At least until the next patch.
It has been a roller coaster with you in this game.
Yeah, there's an asterisk.
Great. There's always an
There's an
asterisk with this
asterisk.
the
fucking
rest
game.
of July.
A week
I will
ago
not
it was
play
Game
that
of the
game.
Year. A week before that it was the worst piece of shit ever made.
I'm done.
Next week it'll be Game of the Year again.
No, seriously, I'm done. I
Alright.
installed it on Friday. Never played it again. Haven't
What
played
happened?
it since. Haven't thought about it since.
Till now.
So I got so I kept playing it. A match here, a match there, and I'll do my thing of that fucking picture I sent you. Like, this game sucks. Oh, I won. Oh, this game's awesome. That's my typical roller coaster ride with this game. So I kept playing a tournament every now and then. I will win one. I will, get to semifinals or maybe lose first round, whatever. And then there was hope. On Thursday, I read that there was a patch coming out on Friday, and I was like, holy shit. Bowser Jr. is fucking coming down from tier fucking S, coming down back down to A, and the rest of the game, a lot of the mechanics that I thought were kind of cheap, but I actually myself started to adapt to, were getting nerfed. The trick shot thing, the cone of vision to do the trick shot, it was getting narrowed.
All right.
So I was very happy about that. They also were saying that the amount of meter you would gain from a successfully timed trick shot is going to go down a lot. And that was my main problem, was a lot of people would back spam the trick shot, go up to the net. On a lob, when you go to put it over their head, you would trick shot back, and it would be timed perfectly because it's easy to time a trick shot, a lob with a trick shot. And they would build the meter even more than just charging a regular shot. And then just fucking spam the special. Spam the special.
Can't wait to see this at Evo.
So, and when he was talking about Summer Brawl, I was thinking about the game I was not going to play, and it was this one.
Is that at Evo this year?
No, it's not. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Because
No.
Because I could definitely see that at Evo.
Yeah.
It's basically
I won't
a
be
fight
there.
game.
I mean,
can tell you
Windjammers
that.
is at
I've,
Evo.
I've retired, Ben.
Nice.
I'm
So,
officially retired.
Okay.
Officially
Okay.
retired.
Actually, let me see if
Matty
it is at
Ice,
Summer Jam.
131, retired.
Because I just posted a link to everybody in the text of just registration info and the list of games
Perfect.
for
Is
Summer
Mario
Jam.
Tennis on that list? Because I will not be playing that.
Slayer.
So on Friday night, I worked all day. I had dinner with my girlfriend, and then around midnight, I got home. I was like, "Oh baby,
Oh.
maybe Mario Tennis is good now." So I hopped on. I played as I've been meaning different people to try to get just to try to experience new plays, but I keep kind of coming back to Waluigi.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing as him, and the game still fucking sucks.
Why?
So I was thinking because the patch notes came out before the patch even came out, and
Yeah.
I was reading, I was getting very excited. I was thinking that the cone of vision, let's say it's goes out in a 60-degree angle, for however long the distance is. I was thinking that would be a more drastic drop of the cone of vision to more a 45, maybe 40. They maybe drop to the 55 or something like that.
All right.
So the spamming is still possible. Now, granted, there were times when I went back to do the dumb fucking back trick shot mechanic on a lob, and I missed it. So they did alter it. You can kind of feel it, and you can also see where like other characters, like they tried to do it and then they just missed it because they weren't used to the new field of vision. So it definitely impacted something, but it's still big enough where you can still fucking spam that shit. But then the thing that's killed it, because of all the nerfing with just the general play, essentially all the other characters in the game got nerfed. It wasn't just all the attention on Bowser Jr. So yeah, Bowser Jr. also got the nerf on the cone of vision and stuff like that. But yeah, they toned down his speed of charging to the ball, because he's in that fucking motor car thing. Like, his thing for being a defensive player was, while he's charging his shot, like, when you're any other character on foot, when you're charging a shot, you really can't move. Like, you can barely move. He still has a decent glide speed, so you can fucking just glide around the court and charge his shot. And when you charge your shot, you build your meter, and then you just spam the special shot, right? He still does it. It was one of those things where, like, you know, if his speed when charging up his shot was a 30, I was hoping to drop it to a 20, and it's more like a 28. Now, I've been on the Reddit. Maybe I just had a bad night with it, and I see people kind of maybe praising the patch, but I also see people complain that they didn't do enough. I'm falling into that thing of they didn't do enough, and I'm done. I'm having heart attacks about this game. I almost broke my Switch one night because I was so pissed off at it. I'm done.
Man.
I'm done. I will try it again the next patch to see what they will do. Or I want to at least see the patch notes. If it's something that piques my interest, I will try it again. But I'm done unless anyone wants to play some doubles at a Friday night pizza party.
I think keeping it casual is the best way to go.
I don't remember the last game that made me that mad. Maybe Bloodborne when it first rolled out.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
When I returned to Bloodborne, I was fine because I was accepting it. But I remember that first one just chain smoking, like just dying and being like, I don't give fuck this. I'm gonna go outside. I just sit outside because that was when I was delivering pizzas. So I get home at like 1 a.m. I'd fire it up, just get murdered by some fucking idiot with a fucking hook. Fuck this. Smoke on the deck.
So that was Friday night. On Saturday night, I didn't reinstall it. I'm not that fucking dumb. We're gonna wait till August.
Yeah, give him
August, maybe.
Bullshit. It is July 23rd. Happy birthday, Akko. You go ahead.
August, because they're gonna change the tournament. I think they're gonna maybe do another patch before they change like the tournament like settings over. We'll see. I need a patch though. If there's no patch come the first August tournament, I'm gonna do one game just to get the characters so I have them, and then I'm hopping out. No, so come Saturday night, it's kind of like a habit where I kind of come in, grab my Pro Controller, and hit my power button on the Switch, and then I open it up. I was like, oh, that's right, I'm still fucking pissed at this game. So it wasn't there. And I fucking clicked on the Fortnite button. So, fucking flossing away, baby. Woo!
All right.
So I started playing Fortnite, and I played quite a handful of matches that night, and
you haven't done it this is your first time.
I played maybe 1.5 games. I don't even think the one game counts because I literally dropped and someone killed me. So like on PC.
But this was the
on Switch, yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably definitely the most time I spent with the game. Not terrible. It was something to fill the void. I actually enjoyed myself most of the matches.
That's what that game is for.
It's fine.
It's
not
playable.
Great. It's not bad. It's probably not best on Switch because that game does not look good on Switch.
No, I try to look past that.
And I've seen some framey things, especially with the online connection. But I think that
the rendering is the best.
That I roll my eyes when you say that. Yeah, I think that's more like maybe a Nintendo thing, or maybe just because it's Wi-Fi in my room and everything else is wired, so I'm kind of get used to that.
Just gonna say Nintendo.
Yeah, I did say in that text that I fucking ran about Mario Tennis, it did say fuck Nintendo Online, so.
Yeah.
Because, like, even I had some issues, but it wasn't enough to, like, break the game for me. But it was some things where it's just like, yeah, this probably could have been better.
Yeah, I had, like, a sniper rifle of sorts, like a more rare one, and there was this guy just, like, jittering around, and, like...
Yeah, like, the further you are, like, if you just see, like, a speck on the screen of a dude, it's, like, 20 frames just hopping around. Like
It reminds me a lot of the Rocket League and the ball when it's like all the way down the field. Like you can see it's like all pixelated and shit. Like it's fine. It works, and I think doing it on the Switch is probably the most casual because I don't see a lot. Like I see some people doing a lot of building. I am trying, but I'm still. Fuck Xbox, because they have really screwed up the X and Y for me. I've gotten myself reset with A and B on Nintendo, but
everything's switched
I'm
around.
fucked with X and Y right now. So I'm still like...
Switch your controls to Builder Pro if you can.
I did that.
Oh, you did?
I did that. The X and Y, and just remember what is mapped to what I'm still trying to get used to a little bit.
It's just all shoulder
Once
buttons.
I do that, I think I'll be a little bit better. But yeah, the X and Y is just really
still not
fucking
used to
me
it.
up right now.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed myself. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And I'm not ashamed to say this either. I had more fun than I think I would have had playing Mario Tennis again.
Well, at this rate, it
'Cause
sounds like you
fuck
would
that
have more
game.
fun not playing anything.
It sounds like you'd have more fun, like.
Hanging myself in my room? Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Found the title for the episode.
What was her name in the fucking visual novel game?
Lara Croft.
No.
Oh, Sayori.
Yeah.
Fucking Sayori style, you know?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
really.
No spoilers.
That's not even when the
No,
game gets good. That's not even the good part of that game.
But the game feels more enjoyable if you're like, at least with me, if you're just playing with friends.
No, like my thing is, if we have a Friday night pizza party and someone's like, "Hey, you all want to play Mario Tennis?" I'm not going to be like, "Oh no, you guys aren't playing that fucking game." I'll play it, and it's a fun game. When I did that Twitch thing, it was very fun to do the doubles. Like I don't play doubles that much, and I think that's part of my problem. I just keep playing singles, so it would be fun to play some doubles with some people. But as a competitive thing, I can't do it to myself anymore.
I was talking about Fortnite, but yeah, I agree.
Fortnite, like, dude, Fortnite's one of those things. I'm just kind of now. If like you were, I don't know about you anymore, and you're probably not on board either. But Marc, if you decide one night, he's like, "Hey, want to play some Fortnite?" and I'm like available, yeah, sure. Let me finish this game of Dota, and then I'll be over. You know.
All right. Cool.
That's been my weekend.
So
Uh-oh.
Joe's making a face.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
You need one?
I need to bring down the heart rate a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been triggered since Friday. I've been waiting for this podcast to let the trigger in out, you know?
Inhale
Ooh,
through the
that was really
nose,
loud.
exhale out the mouth.
That was me crunching a can.
So
for
real
that
quick,
loud.
so when you do this, is Victoria in the other room?
She has been in the room.
Does she like
Is she afraid?
mock you when you're in rage? And you're
She's
punching
like-
your fight stick, you start punching
She
yourself
does
in the
that
head.
thing, and for some reason, it makes me even more pissed off when she is like, "It's gonna be all right." No, it's not gonna be all
Oh
right.
my god.
I fucking lost to Bowser Jr. again. Fuck Meng. That's the last Bowser Jr. I lost to, and I will forever be remembered. M-E-N-G, Meng. He's probably a number one player. I try my best to yell away.
Hey, you did a good job.
It's good.
I'm
Well-
done. So that's the last of Mario Tennis until August, guys. So 2 weeks.
I call bullshit.
Gone
We're gonna,
until August.
we're gonna take a quick break. And when we get back, we'll find out the nightmares I've ensued. We're back. Welcome back from the break. All right, I played some video games this week.
I played Mario Tennis while we were on break.
Oh, how did it go? No. So I've kept up with Quake Champions.
I have as well.
Yeah, I'm diving in. I'm getting my daily logins, doing
That's
a couple
all I
rounds
do.
here and there, and moving on.
Still haven't touched it yet.
It's still really fun. I want to play more of it this week, but the week past, just I didn't dedicate a lot of time to it. I don't know what it was this week. It was kind of like my first full work week in a little while, just because I had like some stuff where I was like away from work for work. I wasn't in the building for work. I just didn't. So this was my first like full 5 days work, and I was coming home just like burnt and in a weird headspace too. I've been all fucked up. I don't know what's going on. Just stuff.
Happens.
You know what I mean? Where you're just like
Happens.
you're distracted, but you don't know why or what's going on. So it was one of those things where I didn't really play a whole bunch throughout the work week.
I
But
found out I like free for all better than team deathmatch or a team playlist.
agreed, fully 100% agreed. Like
Really?
yeah, I fucking love
Whether
free-for-all.
it is Instagive, is that how you pronounce it, or
Jib,
classic
Gib, I don't-
deathmatch?
Yeah,
Either one.
Really?
I'm like,
Huh.
sign me up.
because it's more like team deathmatch is like
You have to like find people more.
yeah, and I hate it's the yeah.
And weirdly enough, I'm alive too long in team deathmatch.
right. I need that like instant gratification of like
You're alive too long?
I get
Yeah,
it, dude.
no.
I get it.
What?
Like, no, seriously.
I want to die, man.
Yeah.
Fucking blast my face.
Average like alive time for me in like a team deathmatch thing, and I think Joe might be probably similar, like 25 seconds,
Yeah.
right? And free for all is like 11 seconds, but it's great.
'Cause, yeah, it's just so fast paced. We're like,
Because you die, you hit space, you're back in. Just
Yep.
go ahead and find.
Or you just don't die and you never have to do that.
It's too. You could try to
Get-
not
get
die, but
good.
good luck.
but there's something welcoming about death in that game where you're like,
Mm.
yeah, all right, fuck, let's go. It just because you're. I don't,
No-
when
no
you're
thanks.
alive, I don't
Nah.
know. When you're
Nah.
alive for so long, you're like, all right, when's it gonna happen? You're like waiting on it to drop.
No, because
I need to
did,
die.
'cause I deal with that shit enough in any mode where I just die within like 5 seconds. I'm gonna enjoy the time.
no.
I'll-
This game is different. I don't know.
Death is part of it.
I
you
don't know. I think you're just a bunch of sadists. That's what
could be that.
There's
too.
nothing
know.
wrong with dying 69 times, but getting enough kills to win the match.
What happens when
Yeah.
you die 70?
Well, you don't
Or
win because
68.
you didn't buy
Doesn't
60.
matter.
You didn't die 69.
Yeah, but I won't stop playing that game. I'm very excited to see how that's going to continue to grow. I want to see the new characters come in. I want to see
QuakeCon.
the maps. Like I'm
I want to see.
focused
I'm
on this
actually very excited for QuakeCon now.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
thing.
Can't wait.
So
So what'd you buy to have Sonic Mania this week? Let's revisit that question from before the break.
Oh,
You
Enter the
deflected
Gungeon?
away. Oh,
I bought
okay.
Enter the Gungeon.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I didn't play enough of it yet to really talk about it though.
What else did you buy?
Well, throughout the week, with this whole Pokemon Go craze happening, I was like, man,
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I was
know,
in
Mark.
look, I was in Target and I was like, oh, it would be cool if we bought some Pokemon cards and we got into that again. I was like, no, I'm not spending money on that. Why spend money on that when I can just download that iPad game again? So I started playing that Pokemon trading card
Oh.
game.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'm like, no.
No. So I started playing the trading card game on my iPad a bit. Like watching movies, catching up on TV shows, just playing along with it. And like,
Not to quote not whose ride is it anyway? What's the fucking law? Never mind. I forgot the name of the movies. Well, Sean William Scott and
Dude, where's my car?
Dude, Where's My Car?
Ashton Kutcher?
And then
yeah. And then I played some more of that, and I was having
And
fun playing the
then-
Pokemon trading card game. And
then
No one then!
and then I bought Pokemon Ultra Moon.
You son of a bitch!
Oh.
Wait, why is this a bad thing?
I tried my best to talk him out of this. My
He did.
absolute best. I
What's
said,
wrong-
just
what's
go play
wrong
the
with
demo.
It's not necessary.
It's not good.
All right, so it's really good,
Yeah.
and here's why. Look,
I'm lost.
I know, Mark.
I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I shouldn't do this. This is a waste of money. I burnt myself out on Pokemon 2 years ago. Why am I going to spend money on this and do it again? Because if you recall, listeners, last time I was in this, I was juggling X and Alpha Sapphire, trying to complete a living Pokedex. I think I reached somewhere in like the 520 range of having one of every. I think I had 1 through 523, and give or take, of every Pokemon, every evolution, every right. Like it was fucking nuts.
That
And
was-
we were
that was
playing
an event.
and then Pokemon Go rolled out, and we were buying the fucking cards.
Mm-hmm.
And it was way too much Pokemon. So, jumping back into that, it was a little bit like, I'm just going to burn myself out again. I'm going to overpoke. And I was watching the fucking anime back then. It was way too much. Way too much. So
Indigo
then,
League?
huh?
Indigo League?
I would kind of watch that, but like, I was watching the current.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Well,
Katie and I,
hentai.
yeah.
I heard it's
What would you say, Ben?
Wasn't that bad.
What'd you say?
Ben said the right word.
I was like, what about hentai or hentai?
Yeah. Goddamn right.
You mean waifu?
So, jumping into Ultra Moon, I was a little trepidatious because I knew where I was before, right? Like, I didn't want to be that again.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, to Matt's credit, Matt was like, don't fucking buy it. He was like, you want to buy it? He goes, go play that fucking demo again and remind yourself why you didn't want to play that game. And I was like, you know, that's a good point. So I went to go download the demo for Ultra Moon, and there wasn't one. I was like, oh, that's just a demo for Moon.
What's the difference?
And I was like, I bet Ultra Moon probably added some things. So I started looking into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Ultra Moon is... I was worried that Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun were like Black 2, White 2, where they were actually sequels to those games, and I would have been lost not having played the first one. Turns out they're more like, you know, Yellow or Crystal, where they're just like the next version. Some minor changes to the story, but...
Same game, but different tweaks.
Right.
Or some tweaks.
So I was like, well, fuck it. Let's do this.
Okay.
Bought it. As it's downloading, I was like, oh shit. I let my Pokemon Bank subscription relapse or lapse rather expire, and I lost all those Pokemon. All that work I did 2 summers ago, I remembered saving to the bank. Like,
so you just can't pay and they'll be back?
You can up to like there's a finite period. It's either 30 or 60 days after your things ends. If you don't resub, you lose everything that was in the bank.
That's gross.
Yeah. So I was like, ah, shit, I lost all those fucking Pokemon. And you remember how fucking terrible that was. And I had like spreadsheets I was making. It was garbage. But I was like, all right, I'm rolling into this. Why don't I just fucking do it? So I bought the game. I subscribed to Pokemon Bank just to see if anything was still there. I was like, it's $5. Who gives a shit? Fired it up. Nothing was there. But it lets you peek into your boxes, your PC boxes.
Well, that's a tease.
In any game that you have installed on your DS or if you have the cartridge popped in. Turns out I was smart. Right before everything lapsed, I downloaded them all to X. I had everything. So I uploaded them all to the Pokemon Bank, started Ultra Moon. I've got half a fucking complete Pokedex at this point.
My mans.
Yeah. So I jumped right in. I didn't, obviously, you can't like control most of those Pokemon because you haven't reached the level. But here's where I really like Pokemon Ultra Moon. They made so many little changes to the quality of life playing that game that it makes the game enjoyable. Playing the last 2 I played were X and Alpha Sapphire, which they have this like, there's so much hand holding and there's so much of that game where just little dumb UI things where you're used to it because you played Pokemon for years and you know like, all right, when I need to, for example, like if a Pokemon levels up and it wants to learn a new move and you already have 4 moves, you kind of know what that menu looks and feels like of like, right, okay, I need to choose whether or not I want to replace this move or not. And it's a lot of like back and forth and jumping in and out of menus. And this, they like streamline it. It's just a much easier, simpler process the way they have it laid out in the UI.
Yeah, that's how Sun and Moon had it.
Yeah, and that like just those little things that changed from Gen 6 to 7.
We are on 7, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Other things too, like
Too
clicking on a Pokemon who might be fainted or something and being able to restore it right from clicking the Pokemon rather than going to your bag, going to your items, going to the restore. Like just being able to do it all from any menu, no matter where you're at, was so much. It's just easier and faster and just makes more sense. And then the addition of like, so if you fight a Pokemon and you fought a Pokemon once before, now every time you fight that Pokemon, it'll tell you which of your moves are effective, not effective, or super effective. So it's because there's a lot of fucking Pokemon at this point.
Before you even attack.
Yeah.
Like
that's
when you're
nice.
looking at your 4 attacks, it'll say like.
It's also kind of like Octopath Traveler, where like when you fight somebody with a certain weapon, it's like, oh, it's a weakness. That's what breaks their shield. That
Right.
icon will always be there now whenever you encounter
Because
them.
the not very effective thing, that can even go into like, you're so underleveled against a Pokemon, right?
No, it's
Not
just
necessarily.
type based.
Oh.
It'll be more like, you know, I forget what it was. Like there was some Pokemon, like, and some Pokemons will have hidden abilities that'll lock certain things from, or not a hidden, but like, it won't necessarily be a type thing that,
It's like a passive thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like that,
Special
like your
ability.
move might not be effective on them because of whatever. And those little things that'll say like, oh, this doesn't affect that Pokemon. So you're like, all right, I'm not going to use that move. Because there's so many times where you go and pull a move and it's just
What are you playing this on?
3DS.
I thought it came out on the Switch.
Not yet.
No, that's
whatever.
So let's
Ultra Sun,
go.
Moon.
No. So those aren't coming at all. At least that's not the plan initially. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are coming out this fall. I don't remember November. They're kind of like a reimagining in a way of like Red and Blue and Yellow, where they do a different catching mechanic, but there's still the gym battles
And
and stuff
it
too.
basically ties in with Pokemon Go.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Part of my reason of going back to Pokemon Go, for me anyway, is that game, because I have a damn good feeling I'm going to end up getting Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah.
But then next year, they are going to release a new
Gen 8.
Gen 8 Pokemon game.
Like on Switch.
Yeah.
Pokemon something and a Pokemon something.
And that, like, a part of me was like, you know, I didn't like Alola. That's the region in this game where it's based on.
That's
in
what he
Hawaii.
was yelling about the very beginning, the
Yeah.
top of the show, as you would.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I wasn't sure if that was because of Go,
Yeah.
but now it is because of Ultraman.
You get it.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like Alola, like the whole Hawaiian theme, and it was really weird from the outside being like, there's no gyms, like what the fuck, like this is weird. Now being in it, like Alola's not as present as they made it seem in all of the, and you probably got that in Moon a bit, right? Like it's there, right? Like it is the
Did you play
setting.
Moon? I thought you just played the demo.
I played the demo, and then I was just, I can do without it.
And then was it Joe that kept, like, he replayed it like 150 times to get a shiny something?
Yep.
Rowlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I don't know what that
he's-
is, but yeah.
I'm sure he's hearing that right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't know. This is just a refreshing take. Like,
It definitely is.
I think
I
X.
agree with that.
Yeah, X was like a big change from what I had played because X was the first one I played since Diamond. Diamond was the first one I had played since Gold. Like, I would take breaks, these generational gaps in these games, and then jumping into this, like, not having gyms, I was like, this is weird. But the whole world flows a lot better. There was this, like, sense of progression that was so predictable and gated and just boring in every Pokemon game since Gold. Or really since the originals. Like, it was always the same thing. It was like, go here. Here's the thing. Your rival's this. It's just all
It's like, go to the
formulaic.
town, find the gym. You can't do the gym yet. Unlock the thing in the town. Go to the gym. Move on.
And like, there's still pieces of that, but like, your rival in this is not your rival. He's a fucking dude. He's like, he gets the Pokemon that's weaker to yours, and he's like, sup, broha? Like, let's fucking.
Want to battle?
You want to battle?
He's
Like,
a
I want
friendly
to.
rival.
Yeah, he's like, I want to get better at this. Let's fucking hang out. And then like, he's like, dang man, you kicked my ass. Let me heal your Pokemon for you. And then he like goes off and he's like, cool, let's kiss later. And you're like, man, this is fucking dope. This
Watch
is
some
cool.
hentai together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm
Let's
down to
go
watch
visit Misty's
hentai.
gym.
Let's do it.
Trying to breed some Pokemon.
I'm
man.
down to breed.
There's the title. There's the title.
Sure, it's not snacking and slapping or whatever.
Yo, girl, you trying to breed?
Oh no. Dude, that's dope.
So the gyms in this game are trials, were they not?
Yeah.
And it sounded silly when it was first announced because it was so like antithetical to what you know about Pokemon, but it's such a better way to do it, right? Like, again, you think about a Pokemon gym, you walk in, there's some dude who calls you a nerd, and then you walk forward, you kick his ass, and you kick 3 other dudes' asses, and then you have to fight the gym leader and they give you a badge. This, not that at all. Like, you meet somebody and they're like, oh, Alola, come here, let me show you to my trial. And you're like, what's up?
Are any of these people's names Kunu at all? Please tell
They're
me.
all named Kuno. Everyone in this game is named
Kunu.
Kuno. I will let you know that from the beginning. No, and they walk you back and they're like, hey, so this trial, you have to defeat 3 of the Rattatas, and then you have to go fight the Mega Dude.
So I just had to clarify. There is no voice
Yeah,
acting in
one-
this game, right?
Yeah, there's no
No.
voice.
Okay.
That's just how I feel.
Okay.
It kind
That's
of
what I did,
sounds like they're just doing the same thing. It just looks different.
No, but like it's all like
You still have to fight things before the quote gym leader.
But you don't fight the gym leader. That's the difference.
Yeah, because there isn't any.
Right. There's no gym leader, but there's still like the first one. I forget her name now.
You still fight weaker shit before you get to the stronger shit.
But it's laid out differently. Like they're
Yeah.
the gyms or the trials.
But like it's Hawaii, everyone's a bro. I mean, sorry, it's
Yeah.
a Lola or whatever the fuck it's called. Everyone's a bro.
Just say, it's why.
They're
Ew.
yeah.
When life hands you lemons, say fuck the lemons and bail.
They're like the first one. You have to kind of walk through, and you have to like intelligently like work your way through this little maze to take out the Rattatas. And then you get to the back, and you find this whole thing like. There's all these like multi-layered story beats that are happening. So you've got Team Skull, who are the juggalos that run around.
Juggalo.
They're not.
No, they are. That's
Trap
just
jeans, trap pants, whatever the hell it is.
trip.
Trip.
They're like
Close.
it might as well be like a really shitty, just like dumb beat that comes over with like a bad guitar. It might even be, and maybe that's just my subconscious
And if you
forgetting
don't
about
continue the dialogue, they will just continue to keep
They're
doing
just
those
like,
poses.
oh,
You want to punch them immediately. You
They're
either
dumb.
want to be them or you want to punch them.
it. So they're there, and they're like Team Rocket in a way. Where like their whole thing is like, yo, we just not that Team Rocket. Their thing is like they're here to steal Pokemon from people.
Team Skull.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a badass name.
Yeah,
Nah.
they're the people you ran into.
Don't worry about it. Keep talking.
Oh, is that a thing? All right.
Yeah,
All right. Anyway, so
I'm with you, Ben.
they're there to steal Pokemon, and that's it. That's their whole MO. Then you've got there's like a
They
robot.
don't even take Slowpoke tails.
No.
Get good.
There's a robot man and a robot lady, or maybe they're not robots, or I don't know what they are. They're these weird ass people that look like they're from the future. And they're obsessed with this glowing Pokemon that's inside this girl's bag that's been following around with me for the whole game. I don't know what their deal is.
What's her name?
I know.
Lily.
It's hot.
Like a lily pad.
You get it?
Sure for Lilith.
Is there a frog Pokemon?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
probably
that-
called Frogamon.
That's probably what it is.
Frogadier?
Frogman.
That's Digimon, Matt.
Yeah.
Sorry. Frogar.
Greninja.
There's a Polytoad.
Froakie. Yep.
Oh, I forgot about Greninja.
Greninja.
But yeah,
bitch and brawl.
It-
Or what is Smash.
yeah. The whole like
Brawl Smash. That's all I'm saying.
that first trial, it's like multi-tiered. You have to take out the Rattata. After you get 2 of the 3 you need, Team Skull shows up and they're like, "Oh, what's up, dude? You're doing this trial? Fuck you!" And they like try and spray paint your face and shit. And they're like,
Fuck, is this Tony Hawk's Underground?
"It's fucking crazy." So
Is
you
it Bam Margera? And that's
have dude, it might as well be. They just like roll in, blasting GG Allen, and they're just there to cut you. So like, you got to take them out. Once you take them out, some dude's like, "Yeah, you can go on through." Then the other side is there's a Z crystals. So the whole game is like backed by these Z crystals. And there's, if you remember from like X and Y, they had the Mega Evolutions. This is the Z power. So your Pokemon is given a Z gem. They kind of hold it. And then you do a dance and you'll unlock their Z power. Dude, you're like pantomiming that, and it's exactly what it is. But
Dude,
it all
I just
ends
threw
in,
up
like,
like a sorority
I know.
sign. That's all I did.
that is exactly
they
what
do
this
some weird
is.
little gesture and then they floss a bit.
Oh,
and then
fuck.
Yes.
Guy,
But I don't know. Like everything is just progressing at a very natural pace.
Can't wait to do that with my Switch Joy-Cons. Fucking floss. Catch my Pokemon.
The end of the trial always ends with you beating the shit out of a very difficult Pokemon. It's usually big as fuck. The first one was this giant Raticate.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Alolan ones too. So it's
Yeah.
like the big fat.
Big, dark,
Big
With
cheese.
sunglasses and a hat, probably.
Yeah. Hawaiian shirt. Alolan shirt. And they, they'll also, the Alolan Pokemon have this trait about them where they like to, everybody's a cousin, man. Everybody calls you cousin, everybody's cousins. So all the Pokemon work as cousins too. And they call in help in the middle of a battle. If they're getting their ass kicked, they're like, "Bro, I fucked
Dude,
up that whistle."
Earthbound style.
Yeah, and they call in people, and then you're like,
You on the
"Shit."
wrong island, cuz.
Yeah. So it just adds that thing where you're like, you feel like you're doing really well, and they're like, "Oops, sorry, no, you're not. Fuck you." But yeah, I don't know, man. Everything just they reinvented the stuff that needed to be reinvented, and they kept right what was right, I think, and it's refreshing. I never thought I'd come back to another Pokemon game after burning myself out 2 summers ago.
Is this a
and
better Professor Oak?
Dude, that guy scared the shit out of me. I'm not kidding.
Is that like a roadmap on his fucking
Dude.
shirt?
It's a wave.
So I walk
It's like a
into
roadmap.
the second town, and this fucking
That dude fucked, man.
So the way that you meet this dude, Samson Oak, if you're the listener at home, if you'd like to look him up, the way you meet him is about this close to him. Like you're right up on his. You come after you get through the first town, you're given a Tauros to ride. So you ride the Tauros and you're just barreling through shit, like running over kids and stuff. And you get to the second town and you come to a complete halt as this guy just steps out in front of the Tauros. Which, like, why would you do that? Because it's a giant bull, but all right. And then he's just, there it is, what Mark's showing on the screen. Like, he's that close and he's just like, hey, sup, I'm Professor Oak's cousin. And you're like, this is terrifying. What is your mullet? What are you doing? Why are
So
you here?
beautiful.
And yeah.
I like the little strand of hair that's not part of the mullet. It's
Yeah.
like just over the forehead there.
Fuck yeah.
Like he missed it with his gel.
It's brutal.
A little bit of line.
Yeah, he's got the fade.
What a dude.
Yeah.
Popped collar.
I like how his hair is in the same exact shape as like a stormtrooper helmet too.
Here's the thing. All you have to do, now you have Kanto Oak,
Yeah.
Alolan Oak.
See,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
how
that's
that's
good.
how you distinguish if it's really a mullet or not. If you take out the
Yeah.
back part and it
If
just
it
looks
still
like
looks like a
short
short
hair,
hair stuff.
Yep. Then you know it's a mullet.
and you know it's a mullet.
Ben would know. When's that coming back?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh,
It's
man.
coming.
Let's go surprise us one day with a hat reveal. And Joe's going to lose it for another 15 minutes on
Done.
air.
Done. But yeah, I don't know, man. I can't say enough good things. Like, I haven't had a thing that sucked so far.
I will
camera?
say I did not get the whole explanation of this. You said about the Pokemon Bank, and I was slightly confused because I thought you said you lost it, and then you said no, it's awesome because I got it back, and I was.
I thought I lost everything. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck me.
You were talking to me. I was like, I'm confused. All right, so he likes the game. All right, whatever. I hear more on Sunday. You piqued my interest a little bit. Considering the fact that I've never played a Pokemon game since Red, Blue, or Yellow. I've
Yeah,
never
I-
played another Pokemon game.
I think this would be a good spot to jump in. Like, I'm curious to see what they do in Switch. And what's interesting about the 3DS one is, you know, for the longest time when we start thinking about Switch and bringing Pokemon to it, we've gotten so used to having 2 screens. And as I'm playing this, I've been paying close attention to that. They really don't use the bottom screen at all. Unless you're in battle.
I'm fine with one screen.
And there's stuff that happens. Like, they put the Pokedex down there and they put your map down there. But you really don't need it. Like, you're kind of running along anyway and you just wander. But everything, man, like, everything's so smart. Like, you're rewarded for exploring. And they have all this extra shit. Like, they have stuff where they're like, hey, pet your Pokemon after a battle. It'll like you better. And it's like, I don't really want to do that. And fine, don't. You don't have to. You don't have to at all. If you do, then you'll get little bonuses. If you go to a shop, they'll be like, hey, it looks like you've been brushing your Pokemon. Here's a fucking candy. And you're like, all right, cool. But if not, doesn't matter. And there's all these little things like that where it's totally optional. There's like side paths you can take. You might find something, but if you don't, who gives a shit? Just keep going to the next. I love the variety of options. I'm not like shoehorned into something I don't want to do. I don't know. It's good. And I think coming from Red and Blue or anything, like, I think at any timeline playing Pokemon, jumping into this, there's enough different and enough the same that it's exciting and fresh. And it's fucking Pokemon.
When I played the demo, one thing that took me away from it was the Pokedex.
It being Rotom.
That and also being a camera. Because that camera is shit.
Oh, you mean the Pokemon Snap feature thing?
Yes.
So that only happens. I forget what they did in the demo, but in the core game,
They like made you do it. And I was like, I don't want to.
they make you do it the one time. Like, and everything, they kind of make you do it one time just so you can see how to do it.
All the frames dip and all the models are
Yeah.
ugly. And it's like, why?
They
Why
make
even
you
throw
do-
this in here? Just because the 3DS has a camera doesn't mean.
Yeah. They make you do everything once just to get how to do it, but from that point on, it's totally optional. You do not have to do it at all. And the Pokemon Snap piece of it is, as you're walking through the area, a little icon will pop up on the map occasionally if you find a photo spot, and it'll let you know you can take a photo here. And if you want to, you can.
Yeah, exactly why you could do selfies.
Yeah. This one, it's Pokemon Snap. Like, you need to take a picture of Pokemon at the right time, at the right frame, and when you do, you're rewarded with some bullshit currency. And the bullshit currencies then unlock like fucking can't. It's all stuff you don't need. But like I think there was one where I was wandering along and one of them popped up and I was like, all right, let's do it. And there's a couple Pikachus hanging out, and because I took enough pictures of the Pikachus, I got a Pikachu hat and a Pikachu shirt. And it's like a stupid thing, but if I want to wear that, now I got it. It's all bonus stuff just because I did something in the game. But again, totally optional. Didn't need to do it.
There's one thing about the story that wants me to like still kind of play the game, and it's about red and green.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, you remember you told me about that there.
Yeah, because like the
That
main,
there.
Yeah.
which I think would be a good thing for you, Matt. I mean, even though
Yeah, I remember you when
like,
this was like first
like,
released. You talking about this a little.
I mean,
bit.
even though you didn't really play Gold or Silver, Crystal, or whatever, but like, because that's like a continuation of that character.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so like red and green are like grown up, and I don't know what their place is in this game. I think they're like, I don't know if they're like the last people you fight or
like an elite
or
four
what,
of sorts.
or like the champions or something. I don't know, but it's cool that they're kind of continuing upon that.
Yeah.
I'm just. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get into this game, and if I do, I'm just going to end up borrowing my girlfriend's copy. I don't know if she has Sun or Moon. I forget. I think it's Moon, but this it kind of weirdly makes me excited for November.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it feels good to be excited about Pokemon
I
again.
think I actually own Sun. I just don't have it installed.
I think you do because I remember you got it. I forget because I remember you came in and you're like, yeah, I got it. I don't know.
Yeah, I just wasn't in the mood.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
we burned ourselves out on that shit.
Yeah. But I guess I don't need to play that one if Ultra Sun and Moon are a thing.
Yeah, I would definitely jump to Ultra. I haven't, like, someone told me at work that, like, there's a couple things story-wise that happen that are a little different, but I'm not lost so far. And when I get to a point where I'm like, I want to learn more, I'm sure I could find a thing that's like, here's what you missed. The one other cool thing, so you know how every Pokemon game, you look at your trainer ID, and as you get badges, it gives you the badge. And this one, it's all like a passport because you're traveling across each island of Alola.
That's right, yeah.
And there's stamps. So every time you finish a trial, like someone stamps it and they're like, check this shit out. You did this thing. And the presentation, it's like across the board, I'm just really, really impressed.
Yeah, you can tell they put a lot of thought into it between X and Y or Alpha, whatever. Was Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire, or am I thinking
Other way around.
backwards?
Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. Yeah, they were.
Was that after X and Y?
Yeah, X and Y kind of defined what that generation would look like.
Yeah.
And then Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby were the remakes
So
in
that
that
jump
engine.
To Sun and Moon was like, because they had all that promotional like video stuff.
They
like
were so good.
they're really good at marketing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was just a huge jump. Like, oh, this is what the 3DS can be capable of, and then it just makes you wonder.
Yeah, man. I don't know more on that next week, but I'm enjoying it a whole heck of a bunch. That's the big ones.
Cool.
Do a quick round of news, and then we'll get out of here. Remember last week when we talked about that Nathan Fillion tease? He made a 15-minute fan film.
Yeah,
Did y'all watch it?
I
No.
did.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
Oh, so I'm the only one.
And?
It's okay.
All right.
That's exactly what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I
mean,
just
I want a new game, a new trading card game, new DLC, maybe feature film with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard it was good.
Like,
yeah, I
like,
heard good things about
production
it.
wise, like it's decent, but like it's just very like
I mean, was it
tongue
just
in
like?
cheek and
Yeah.
But was it just like an Uncharted like game? Like, what did it take story beats from that? Like, I don't know.
I don't know much about Uncharted, but this looked like it found like I feel like I'm just gonna be degrading it, but like fan film is the perfect word for it.
Well, I mean, but there was
Yeah.
that
'Cause, like-
awesome Power Rangers fan film that went around too.
So it looked like the Titans trailer.
Oh, I mean, those are two different beasts.
Yeah. Fuck Batman.
I mean, it's okay. You know, Nathan Fillion is just Nathan Fillion. You know, the fights aren't that impressive. They're like, it's fine. It's just, it's a well done, it's a well produced fan film, but it doesn't offer a lot.
All right.
Here, this is what I'm just gonna throw this out there. Instead of taking 15 minutes to watch this film, just go ahead and spend about 45 or so hours and play through 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, perfect.
Done.
And Lost Legacy.
You can skip that one.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm confusing the No. Play the Lost Legacy. I'm confusing that for the Vita one.
Oh, yeah, Golden
Skip the
Abyss.
Vita. Yeah, skip the Vita one. I'm sorry. No, the Lost Legacy is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so 52 hours.
So this popped, and I missed it on last week's episode, but using slurs in Rainbow Six Siege now leads to an instant ban. Which, you know, we are all people who have played video games online for a very long time. I think we've been subject to being called one thing or another.
I'm not banned. I'm not even fucking with you guys. I'm not banned.
All right.
I just because
So-
Matt's just making a face like he's scared, like oh shit.
So just so we get it out and across, slurs as in like
Yes. The
racial
yeah,
that
usually-
kind of stuff.
okay.
let's just say
Just straight up name calling.
From what I saw, like the racial and homophobic slurs that are usually
Okay.
thrown around when you're playing online video games will now lead to an instant ban, which is nice because like as I was playing Quake, I got called something, and I was like, whatever. Like I brushed that shit off. I'm a 29-year-old man now. I don't have time to get
Oh
upset
hell
about
no,
things.
no. You
No.
don't just let that slide, man. No, hell no.
Yes, I do.
Hell no.
Fuck that.
Hell no.
I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me though is that there's someone who has been called that every day of their lives because of shit that they can't control or that whatever, right? Like
So
there's
why are you in the crossfire? Why do you guys?
I don't but I'm saying I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me. That's why I just let it slide by. The problem is when there's somebody who's called something because of their race or because of sexual orientation or anything, and the fact that they've got to sit there and be subject, and even though it's just some idiot typing off on his keyboard because he's mad that he lost, like people go through some shit every day, and words can be very, very. They can they can bring up a lot of bullshit. So even though to someone on one end of a keyboard it seems like done, it's something that can be really, really fucked up to somebody. So it was reading this story was more like, why didn't this fucking happen before? Like, why would you allow in your game any of these X amount of words to even be typable?
You say that, but like any of these X amount of words can be done in a Dota match, Battlefield match.
Yeah.
Like it's. I think Rainbow Six is actually kind of weirdly enough pioneering something.
But that's my thing is
Yeah,
like,
People are so devious that they would find ways around it.
well, yeah, and then there was something
Make
else.
up words or make up abbreviations.
And I also saw that like people that are saying stuff in German are getting banned because there's a word that seems close to another word, but
just translation issues.
yeah, like so there's those things that are happening, but like
I didn't read all the details of this article. Is it BattleEye that's catching this, or is it Uplay that's catching this?
I
Well,
don't
you have to report it, right?
no, I don't know that it's. There was this all kind of kicked from.
There's probably an algorithm that just catches that stuff.
Yeah, so but that my thing is like, is the algorithm coming from BattleEye, which is their like the fair match, like their anti-cheat software that Ubisoft uses, or is it coming from like the like Uplay, like their actual like launcher or whatever? Because there's no way around Uplay when it comes to Ubisoft games. Even if you launch from Steam, it launches Uplay right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this just says that dropping hate speech is from PC Gamer. Dropping hate speech in Rainbow Six Siege now comes with automatic consequences. Since yesterday, and this was about a week ago, dozens of players have been saying that they received an automatic instant ban after using a racist or homophobic slur in text chat. Ubisoft has confirmed to PC Gamer via email that a new banning system is live in Siege, so it must be specific to Siege right now. These bans seem to last for 27 minutes on first instance and prevent playing any aspect of Siege, including terrorist hunt or custom games.
Damn.
Upon second and third offense, the ban increases to 2 hours. After the third offense, an official investigation into the account is conducted that could lead to a permanent ban per the Siege Code of Conduct.
That's what I was thinking when you said ban. Like,
Yeah.
Just saying like whatever, and it's like permaban.
Yeah.
Done.
Now, are
It's
they
like-
monitoring? It's only text chat, right?
Just text chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
'Cause
voice chat.
There's
So
enough
that's,
fucking headsets around.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can't stop that one.
but also to that, like, I'm someone who years ago, when voice chat was still like a novelty, I was all like, yeah, cool, let's talk to strangers. Now I'm at the point where, like, the only time I'm ever going to dig out a text chat or a headset is if one of you three texts me and you're like, yo, let's play this. Put on a headset.
I'm
Or,
the
like,
same way. I don't like talking to other
Yeah.
people.
yeah.
Unless they're like cool for some reason. But
But it's so hard to
Yeah.
come by at this point.
It's weird. I will say Rainbow Six is still one of the games though that when you like just solo queue into someone, like more people than not have headsets in that game just because of the communication and just calling out spots and stuff like that. So there's still stuff to be done when it comes to actually talking to your team, but it's nice that the text chat's going to be a little bit more filtered. And I know I talk shit that I always write back to people. I don't do that. It's more about the like kind of go back to your room and jerk off to your mom kind of thing. But
You're more detailed with your descriptions.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not, it's not
I
really
don't
hate speech.
throw around
It's like
the
you're
hate
setting up a
speech.
story for them.
Yeah, I don't throw around the hate speech. I just kind of have an idea what kind of person that is, and you're probably still living in their home, in their basement, without any funds, at 12 years old.
Yeah.
But more explicits are thrown into it than just jerk off, whatever.
So yeah, there's that. I don't know. Hopefully this means more of that moving forward.
Dota can use it.
I'm sure there's
I'm
already
getting
games.
to the real
I
thing
mean-
of things now with Dota.
I know,
Holy
I
shit.
think, yeah, there's already stuff that already like implements that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Twitch is one of those. Without moderators.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Twitch by itself, because you can see like a whole, like especially the more popular channels, like when there's like tens of thousands, like Twitch ban this person, moderator ban this person, like.
Yeah. Hey Matt, remember that game you liked a whole bunch last year?
Mario Tennis. Oh, sorry.
Last year.
The trailer for Mario 10.
But the thing that got really shitty at the very end. Shadow of War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that Middle Earth game.
Yeah.
So, just 280 days after its launch, it's now free of all microtransactions.
So, it's not the exact 280 days or whatever. A couple months ago, they removed the actual, like, you buying the currency for real money.
Right.
It was kind of one of those things that with the Wii shop, where, like,
Right,
if you
right,
spent
right.
the money, you can still spend it up until this point. But with an update, is totally knocked out the shop at this point. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it totally knocked it out. I'm not sure if the in-game currency you earn is still like available to spend. But as far as spending money and using that kind of currency to buy loot chests or whatever, that is now gone.
Yeah, this is all kind of in the wake of Battlefront 2 getting in the headlines last fall.
So you have to remember, like, Battlefront 2 and that came out around the same time, and that
Right.
got some flack, especially when people started to see the end game.
Right.
And as someone, like, I firmly defend that game to being, like, you don't need to buy one. Like, there's enough in-game currency for you to, like, just to get the in-game loot chest to extremely help you out. But I could easily see someone, like, spending money just to get some, you know, some war chief or whatever to help you out for those end stages.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
know-
also EA, right?
No,
Warner
that's,
Brothers.
yeah.
Warner Brothers. It used to be EA.
Right, the old,
Yeah.
I heard they're also thinking about reworking that last part of the game too. I don't know if that was part of the update too, but I heard a lot of things that they're going to rework the stages of the Shadow Wars, which is that last act.
Right. The fun part.
Just make the third game move on.
They are.
If they rework
Yeah.
that, if they seriously, they rework that last thing to only be like 5 stages and only about like 8 raids or so, it won't be that bad.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, but like doing 30 of them, that's when you're
That's
like, all right, you gotta stop.
Mark, Digimon Survive?
Oh, yeah.
I know you
Survive? Are we dropping on your Digimon from a plane?
you posted this and said we don't have to talk about it on air, but
Yeah.
let's talk about it on air.
Oh, I thought it was pretty exciting. So, this is coming to PS4 and Switch. It is a strategy RPG with some point and click moments, with some mixed with like adventure. It's like a couple of genres blended together.
That's a weird way of saying Battle Royale.
So like it follows this like story, like you're this dude and you have it's basically the story of the first anime where it's like you're at this camp, you get transferred to this world, and you have Agumon as your partner, and you have to strategically kind of like what was that Into the Breach? Was that the game I played
The
last?
turn-based, grid-based thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's like that, but there's Digimon, and you have to complete the match and win it within a certain number of moves. So you have to be very
that's
careful
cool.
with
Okay.
everything you do. It's like it has a very like just a straight up strategy RPG, like a tactics or like a Fire Emblem game or something, where it's just like a grid, you move them around.
The art looks really good. Like
so like the art kind of gives you like just could have been like a mobile game because it's just hand drawn art, but it's in a setting of like similar to Octopath where it's like a 3D environment and there's shadows off the images and it's probably good animation. I haven't seen any trailers yet, so I can't see how many.
No, but just still images. Like it looks like
I love the
really
art.
well produced anime.
Yeah, and that's another thing with it, where it's like part visual novel too. When you talk with certain people, and the decisions you make actually change the story. The way your Digimon and whether Agumon, I'm not sure. Maybe it's more than just Agumon, but like whether they digivolve or not during a battle determines everything. Like each fight actually changes the story. Apparently, is what I gathered from that.
Win or lose, or is it the game overs?
I
mean, it's okay if you don't know. That's fine.
I think it's like how you win. That might
right.
determine.
And it's coming here.
I assume so.
Yeah.
I don't see why not, because usually they do. Digimon Story on PS4 and the Cyber Sleuth, and then the one after it, like the sequel, both are really good.
Yeah.
If you really just like traditional turn-based RPGs, that's they're very in depth, and the story is really interesting. Then you have Digimon Links on mobile. Then you have another mobile game coming out that's like a little different. They seem to be going more into a. I don't think they were ever really casual, but they come off casual, just being phone games and all. But they seem to be going deeper with all this gameplay, and they're like really taking a hold of that, especially with like the role playing side of it. So that's cool because it's like Digimon World on like PS1 and Digimon World 1 and 2.
They're so complex.
Two completely different games, and like they seem to never stick to a certain genre whenever a new game comes out. There's always that role playing element, but how it's done has always been different. And I like I've never seen strategy before, so.
Has there been a Digimon game on Switch yet?
No, the last time Digimon was on Nintendo, I believe, was the DS.
Wow. All right.
And that was Digimon Dusk and Dawn.
This will be a first.
And before that was like Battle Spirits for Game Boy Advance, like a fighting game, like a party fighting game. But it's usually been on like PlayStation.
Well, speaking of Digimon, EA confirmed that the Madden story mode will return for Madden 19. Long shot. That story mode that Matt was quite fond of gives you more control over Devin Wade and Colt Cruz's football quest.
This is the thing I'm interested because it's a continuation, so it doesn't seem like they're going to do that weird game show thing again. I guess spoilers if you really care about the end of Long Shot right now.
Can't.
For Madden, that's almost a year old now. So Devin Wade can get drafted at the very end.
Okay.
And so with that, with real NFL rules, once you're drafted, you're kind of in the NFL at that point. So I'm assuming it's going to be like a path through training camp to make the roster, and there's going to be some story beats along with that. The only thing is, they're saying there's like more control over your choices with Colt and Devin. So I'm assuming you're going to play more as Colt this time around. Colt was like Devin's best friend and kind of wide receiver partner in the high school and the long shot game show, if you would say. But you more control Devin than anything else. So I think it's going to be cool to maybe play as like a wide receiver, like position locked maybe a little bit more. But the thing that's weird, though, is that there's going to be more control over decisions and stuff. Once you kind of get to the NFL, like your path's kind of set. Like you're going to go through training camp, you might get cut, another team's going to pick you up, and then you're going to be a starting quarterback in a matter of time. It's going to be some kind of thing like that, and it'll probably end in the Super Bowl for Devin. Like I can predict the story already. Like the long shot thing, once I got into the game show, like I figured like he would win or whatever, but it was still weird that there was a fucking game show with the NFL. So I just don't know how there's going to be more control, but I'm you know what though, I'm curious again to see what
I'm excited for Black Friday for you to pick that up for $10 and then
that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I can't wait.
Once you like beat the long shot mode or whatever.
Yeah, so this is where their EA gets you.
My question before you get to that.
Uh-huh.
Are these characters you can have in your own team when you're just playing Madden online with somebody? Can you recruit?
Well, yes, you can. They become part of your Madden Ultimate Team, which is the pay trade-in card thing that EA does not do nearly as well as MLB The Show.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
from this article, it has been said that the same way as last Madden, you would be able to continue the story of Devin Wade and Cole. I forget his last name. And continue their story in Ultimate Team again. Colt Cruz, that's right.
Yeah. Alliteration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll be able to play them as Ultimate Team characters again. So,
that sounds like a fun way.
Can't wait.
Unreal Engine received a new update, 4.20.
Please.
Come on. Alola.
Hey, cuz.
Specifically, we call this out because there are significant improvements for Switch development. Epic says that it brought about tons of performance and memory improvements built for Fortnite to all Unreal Engine developers. So, some features like low latency frame syncing for controller input, improvements to threading, better texture compression, etc.
Texture compression, I can see helping a lot in Fortnite.
Support for dynamic resolution and temporal upsampling.
So, all right, so that's that shit that Wolfenstein pulls off, that panic button does.
Yeah.
So that's kind of important.
So, I mean,
I would like to see what they look like with an update. The Bethesda ports.
I don't know if they're in Unreal. Those are probably in a proprietary
I think
engine.
they're proprietary.
They do have their own engine,
but
don't they?
Might be in
Octopath,
tech, honestly.
Oh, that's right.
yeah. Octopath is
That's
in Unreal 4. Upcoming Yoshi title will be in Unreal.
That might have been why you haven't heard much of it.
Yeah.
Is Smash Unreal?
I don't know, but
It doesn't matter because we're porting the game, Mark.
What engine? Matt. For Tekken and Soul Calibur, what engine is that?
Tekken is Unreal. Because I think even when you boot it up, it has like the Unreal splash.
Because I know Namco is pretty much enhanced with developing.
Oh my god. I know how they fixed the Wii Fit Trainer's face. The Unreal update they just posted.
Nailed it.
Mystery solved.
I don't think Smash would be Unreal. I think Smash would be a proprietary thing to Nintendo.
Probably. But like I said, don't think too much about it. We're just going to port the game over.
But also, I don't know. I can't remember. Smash might be Unreal this time around. I don't know.
Because the one coming up?
Yeah.
Because if they're doing stuff based off the last engine, or maybe they're not, because it's all from the ground up apparently. Because Namco had a lot to do with that development for Wii U and 3DS.
Right.
So if Namco just uses Unreal, I just figured maybe they might use it for Smash.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
What did they use for Dragon Ball? Was that Unreal?
The ones that Guilty Gear used.
I think that
is that Unreal?
I want to say it is.
I can't find any definitive thing. Anyway, our last news story of the week, kind of a fun one. Y'all have heard of 8-Bit Do, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So at E3, 8-Bit Do kind of went through a big ass overhaul. New logo, a lot of new product, a lot of new product. A lot. Completely redesigned controllers, all these new color schemes based on the Game Boy Pocket color line. Like, everything's beautiful. And then this week, a big announcement rolled out. 8-Bit Do DIY. $20 mod kits designed by 8-Bit Do that allow you to easily convert your original NES, Super Nintendo, and Mega Drive, I assume they also mean Genesis, but Mega Drive controllers into Bluetooth controllers.
I saw this.
That's
cool.
Fucking dope.
I think that's a smart way to go. Because maybe some people are like, "Oh, I like the feel of my controller, but I really love the tech that they offer."
Like, it's really cool. It also works for the SNES Classic and NES Classic controller. So if you've got some of those newer ones, you can take that feel, turn it into a Bluetooth controller that'll work with your PC, your Switch.
I wonder how the latency is like with that.
I might not try and do some Street Fighter 5 online with it,
But like,
But-
but with the classics, I'm curious because
It shouldn't matter.
apparently Super Mario RPG, you need to be precise because there's a lot of timed attacks.
Oh
to do
yeah,
in
I've seen that speed
Mhm.
run where you have to knit like the Mario jump like 30 times in a row.
Yeah,
Perfect
yeah.
timing.
Mhm.
Quiet, please.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
you
it's
got a
almost
long
impossible.
stretch if you want to read some
routes.
donations. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't
Was
know.
that a glitch?
Oh, no, it's actually a glitchless run. Yeah, I don't know how it would work, but
The cock
Still cool.
keys.
I love
Forever
speed
ingrained.
runs.
Forever ingrained in my
I
brain,
know.
man.
Yeah, well, that's gonna bring us to close here.
We got there finally.
I know it's a long one.
The doozy.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean-
fall asleep. I'm tired.
I mean, last time was just
I'm
kind
sleepy
of
boy.
low key. So
Yeah, we got everything out this time. Still not a ton of news. I mean, we breezed through news. There's not a whole lot happening during summer, but
Yeah, 'cause we got Gamescom coming up, and then we got Tokyo Game Show after that.
true.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some
QuakeCon.
surprises at Evo and QuakeCon.
Yeah, usually they show shit off at Evo.
So I don't know about any of this shit, man.
Ti.
There's
The
been
rep?
a lot
You
of there's been a lot of rumors about Smash that are picking up steam, which I'm at this point just not.
when you say Steam,
I don't mean the
okay,
Valve. I don't know.
It's a rumor.
There might be a Nintendo Direct this week.
That's what I heard, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna be this week.
I have screen capped this one that was like a leaked like rumor for like the direct and what's all going to be in it.
I
And
wonder
it
if it's the same one I saw.
What was it? A green text post?
Yeah, we'll look at it after.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mother 3?
that was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Complete 3D remake of Mother 3.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
all right. All
Oh
right.
shit!
I was like, ah.
Yeah,
And
right.
for that, I'm gonna finish this
Right.
year off, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. If you like this episode, you like us, you could hear more of us, see great things that Mark tweets, because none of us are on Twitter. Well, no, Ben, you tweet some good shit too. I just always
Ben
get.
does have an occasion to go tweet. Yeah.
Ben's got a lot of good stuff on
Ben
Twitter.
tweets original stuff.
Maybe
I
I'm not
just
on Twitter enough.
repost.
I'm always every time I go to the like.
I tweeted goodbye to Manny Machado.
Every time I get that little thing, like, in case you missed it, it's always something that Mark retweeted that makes me laugh. And then it's
Then
Ben talking about a mullet or a butt. So, if you want more mullets, more butts, follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Ben is at Sev Benz. Mark is at Og_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. And I am at The Free Cheese. Go to thefreecheese.com. And we had big traffic this week. I don't know why. We didn't do anything. But people are going to the website. So welcome to the website filled with things that we
they're
do.
a couple weeks old now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man. Go play Pokemon. Go. Get it? You get it? Yeah. That's it. We'll be back in another week with another episode. Until then, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, listener. Did I say all your names?
Yeah, we got it.
Ben, Matt,
Sounds
Mark.
right.
Listener for listening. We'll see you next week.